Who else could it be but me, your man, Louis T? You know what it is. When you see this panel, you already know. Super Friends unite as a wise man, one of the best trash talkers I ever heard in my life doing this YouTube shit used to say. Often imitated, never mother effing duplicated. It's the Super Friends back in their full splendor. 6 weeks into the season, it's gone well for some, not as good for others. However, we're here to talk about the NFC East. Obviously, to the victors go the spoils. We start with my guy, Lord Bruss. You see what he did to his name? Y'all already see he's starting this shit early, right?
Oh, he started.
The Eagles
oh, my God. Rub it in.
You see what he's doing already, right?
Listen.
Right? Lord Brunson 6-0. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. My guy LB repping.
I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all for having me. If you hear paper folding and shit like that moving in the back, it's what you call a receipt book. It's not a lot. It's only 6 games. There's not a lot of receipts to pull out. It's not a lot.
Hold on to that receipt there.
It's some things that we're gonna have to clarify. That's all I'm saying.
I love it. Well, I'm here for all the smoke. I know I got a lot coming. It's pretty thick, but I'm a man about mine, so I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes down. But down below, Bad Dog Sports, my guy. Look, man, Bad Dizzle. Oh my God. Who would have thought we'd be sitting here 6 weeks into the season and he's in second place?
Let's go, Giants fans! I get to talk tonight. Oh yeah, I get to talk about my damn team.
Hey, no garbage bags tonight, right?
That's long gone. Long gone, baby.
You know how I feel so betrayed by the Giants, right? Because I feel like we went into the convenience store together. We always pull this same bit, right? We go in the store. I go in first. Bad Dog comes in second. And I go to the register, and the clerk grabs my wrist and says, "I got you." And Bad Dog's in the back of the store hiding. I'm like, "Hey man, come out! They got us." And Bad Dog's like, "They got us? No, they got your ass." I'm out here trying to win some football games. I ain't messing around with you. It's so nice when you got company at the bottom. Man, it's lonely when you by yourself.
Yeah.
And then
listen, I like having company at the top for damn change.
Well, you know what?
It's nice up here.
Don't get used to it, y'all.
I'm gonna talk about that in a second because my heart hurts, man. Because I wanted that more than any of y'all on this panel. I talked about that the last time. I said I want this division to be good, and I want to be the one that wins it when it's good. But I want it to be good like it used to be in the old days. And it's killing me that I'm not a part of this conversation. But anyway, last but not least, my guy, Law Nation Sports, excuse me. Our guy, Law Nation from Law Nation Sports, holding down the Dallas Cowboys, who, and look, 4-2, third in the division right now.
Yeah.
Not that bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. No Dak Prescott for the last month.
Yeah.
But Cooper Rush came in and put a rush on the rest of the league. Putting a rush on me.
Yeah.
But I like to know you better, baby. I wanted to know Cooper a little bit longer. I was like, "Hey, Dak, you can take another month off." He was like, "Nah,
no,
we good. After Sunday night, we good, man. Got as much as we could get out of Cooper." What's going on, Law?
Man, them Eagles, man. You know, now you got right above me right here, and it's crazy because I was thinking we're gonna go with the sweep, the early sweep. We got the Washington team out the way. We had got the Giants out of the way, and then here go Brunson and all of his minions. Every single day, they would not allow me. They would not allow me to just have a casual conversation because they say, "Hey, here go the Cowboys with all of their excuses." But it's okay, man. Third place, you know. Hey, we fighting for something. Hey, Louis T, there's 11 more games in there. Yeah. And you saw what my backup quarterback did, and I heard your quarterback out. You never know.
Hey, we feeling good about where we at, man. Look, I know that may sound crazy. Nobody wants to be 2-4. Okay, let me clarify something. I didn't expect to be 2-4 right now having this conversation with y'all. Clearly, okay. However, there are a lot of positives with this team right now. There are some things we have to clean up, and there's some things we just won't be able to clean up, and we just gonna have to deal with for the remainder of the season. But as we sit here 6 weeks into the season, there are some things we can hang our hat on that we feel good about, things that we can build upon. And I think that there's a chance this weekend will be a huge game for us to tell whether we're going to try to make something of our season or if we're going to go out like some little bitches.
Yeah,
So,
and then you got your running back, man. 50 Cent, the dude that got shot up, man. Yep. So that's he scored a touchdown, right?
Yep,
he's been back.
He scored the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah,
well, he just came back 2 weeks ago against Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I know. But
you know,
he got at least 2 games under his belt.
Yeah. So he's back, and now we got a full backfield, and I think they're going to kind of build the offense around the run game now. So we'll see what happens. But any event, I know I want to set the tone for the night first before we get started. So these gentlemen, all right, were nice enough, kind enough to bless us with their time tonight, but we're not gonna monopolize their time, okay? Just like Washington and the Bears on Thursday night, we're gonna get in and out, man. We ain't trying to eat nobody time up. These guys are going by 11 p on the East Coast, okay? So if you got super chats that you want read, go ahead and send them. We'll get to as many of them as possible, but send at your own risk because at 11 o'clock, I'm letting these dudes go. However,
go Yankees! Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah. Oh man, that pisses me off too because my Braves are already done.
Harrison Bader just hit a homer. Yankee
you know what? Yeah, you know what? I've been congratulating Bad Dog the last couple of weeks. You're looking a little too happy. You're looking a little too happy for me. You know you're my guy. I'm glad you're happy, but you real happy.
I wish y'all played.
I deserve it, Brunson. Come on, I've been miserable for 5 years.
Hey, look, I wish y'all played a lot sooner, man. No telling what's gonna happen.
No, December. That ain't that far.
Man, it's a while away. Man. It's what y'all don't play them until what, week 12 or 13?
December 11th.
away.
Yeah. It's a ways away, man. No telling what happens between then and now.
I think it's like December 11th. It's like around
there.
And then we played in the last week of the season.
It's no resting, no starters, man. It's going to be a good one.
I hope so. Yeah. I would love it to come down to the Eagles and Giants. We owe the Eagles.
Is that last week?
We owe them a couple. They've had our number for a few years.
Is that week 18 game at home or is it in Philadelphia?
It's at home.
It's in Philly. The last one's in Philly. The December 11th is in New York.
Okay. All right. Cool beans. So we already see where we all are. I want to start off with the panel first before we get to some of these super chats that are starting to come in. I want to start with the panel and talk about the start to the season. You know, I thought that this division could be where it's at right now because of the schedule, because of the teams in the division and who we were playing this year. Now, what I couldn't account for is the NFL is drunk this year. I mean, the New York Giants are 5-1. The New York Jets are 4-2, right? Like, this is a crazy season. The Rams, the Bucks, and the Packers all look like different teams. Not what we expected before.
Bengals, too. Bengals are a little
Bengals are there. I kind of expected that from them, honestly. I thought they would have a bit of a Super Bowl hangover, but nonetheless, they're still competitive, right? They're still they're 3-3, right? Like they're not terrible. Like I think the Rams, the Packers, and the Bucks, they all look disgusting right now. Like the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, which is hard for me to say. Like it's cringeworthy even fixing my lips to say that, but it's because nobody in this conference looks like they're worth a damn right now. And I couldn't have anticipated that. So for the first 6 weeks of the season, give me your outlook on what has happened with your team, what you were expecting, what you got, and then what you think moving forward is going to transpire with your team. We'll start with Brunson, obviously 6-0. I couldn't have gone any better for you to start the season off, but talk to me about the feeling around the team. Obviously, you guys are playing exceptional football, but talk to me about what you see for the future of this football team. Is this sustainable, what you've been able to do to start the season off? There were questions about your defensive coordinator. There was questions about your quarterback, obviously. There were questions about, the defense as a whole. Talk to me about how you feel about your team after starting the season off the way that you have.
Well, I'm going to start with what I expected. Everything that's happening is exactly what I expected. I said we were going to have, a top 5 defense. It's not hard to, predict that once you see the pieces that were put in place. Once we got Bradbury and Gardner Johnson, I knew it was going to be something similar to a no-fly zone. the pass rush sometimes bothers me, but the back end is just so good. It just really doesn't matter at times. I expected this defense to be exactly who they are. Now, the turnover differential, I think we're like 12-2. I didn't expect that. That's ridiculous. And one of their turnovers was because of a dumb screen call that Sirianni called. But I expected this team to be good from top to bottom. I've been saying it all offseason. What I expect moving forward, though, is we haven't played our best game yet, in my opinion. I don't think we put our best total game together. We've gotten rid of, a majority of the teams that we played by halftime, and we seem to kind of idle it down. Nobody has really forced us to come out. Dallas did, though. Dallas forced us to put a drive together to back them up. That's the only team that's done it, and we've done that. I don't think that's sustainable. I think if you want to, beat good teams when it comes down to these cold winter months, I think you got to kind of, be able to keep your foot on the gas for 4 quarters straight. I think everything we're doing is sustainable. We're not asking Jalen Hurts to do too much at all. But Jalen Hurts is playing within a system that he's comfortable with. And Jalen Hurts is also making throws that a lot of people said he couldn't make. The run game is looking good. Arthur Juan Brown is a top 5 receiver right now. You know what I mean? Everything is looking good. Devontae Smith is involved. Dallas Goedert is emerging as one of the best tight ends in the game. I mean, I ain't got no complaints at all. I expect us, I can't really put my finger on who's going to be the first team to beat us. I know it's an L monster somewhere looking at us, but I can't tell you who that's going to be. I think because a lot of these quarterbacks that we got on the remaining schedule, they're not going to be able to withstand this defense.
Bad dog.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't shocked at our record. I figured the first 6 games are the toughest part of our schedule. I mean, we had Green Bay in London. We had Baltimore. We had Tennessee. I mean, we played the number 1 team in the AFC and NFC from last season in our first 6 games with a new coaching staff and a wide receiving core that nobody would know if you weren't a Giants fan. I mean, who the hell knows who Richie James and David Sills are? Nobody knows who that is. Who would have expected a 4th-round pick and Daniel Bellinger to be our leading touchdown scorer? Wink Martindale's defense is bent but not broken. They've made big plays when they've had to. Giants have taken care of the ball. And, I mean, to me, I look forward to the next 4 games. There's no easy game for the Giants. I mean, there's no gimme. We're still the New York Giants. Nobody respects us still. 3.5-point underdog to the 2-4 Jaguars after we just beat Green Bay and Baltimore back-to-back weeks. So no respect, which I like. I like that the Giants will not be able to believe their own hype because nobody's hyping them up. Everybody thinks they're still the same old Giants, so they're not. Coaching is such an important aspect. There's so many things that go into a team that don't show up in the box score. People are killing Daniel Jones. Oh, he's only throwing this many touchdowns. He has 4 game-winning drives in the first, in 5 of our wins. The kid has showed incredible toughness and resolve that I didn't think that he had. His pocket awareness is so much better. And I'm going to tell you, Louie, and I'll tell the chat, tell you guys, the biggest key to me, the thing that set the tenor and the tone for this season was when they went for 2 in Tennessee. Coach Dable said, I believe in you guys. I'm going for 2. I believe you can get it done. And that set the culture. Winning builds culture. Players don't build that. We don't have Kenny Galladay. Guy makes $72 million. We don't have Kadarius Toney. I haven't had him all year. Kadarius Toney has as many receiving yards as all of us combined. I mean, he has 2 catches for no yards this year. And yet the Giants find a way week in and week out. They're tough. They're gritty. I equated it to Rocky too, man. When Apollo's corner man is talking, when he says, when Apollo says, what are you so afraid of? And the guy says, I saw you beat that man like I saw no man get beat before. And the man kept coming after you. That's the Giants. They get down. You think you got them buried, and they just continue to fight. They're starting to believe in themselves. We don't need to believe in them. The ESPN don't need to believe in them. As long as they believe in what they're doing, they believe in one another, they play for one another, they're going to win a lot of football games. They're out there doing their job. They're not trying to do somebody else's job. And all you got to do is look at what Saquon Barkley did at the end of that game when he could have easily scored a touchdown. This is a free agent season for Saquon Barkley. Statistics could get him paid. That touchdown could get him paid more. And he said, I'm not taking the touchdown. I'm taking the W. It all starts with coaching, and from top to bottom, man, this Giants team, like I said, they're not the most talented team on paper, but damn it, they find a way to do it every week. And if you're a Giants fan, you got to be pretty damn happy because we haven't won more than 6 games in any season since 2016. We've won 5 out of our first 6, and the next 4 games are very winnable for us. 1 game at a time, but I like the direction this team is going, and it's going a lot faster than I thought it would, that's for sure.
And I want to piggyback off of that real quick because everything you said is true, especially the coaching piece. Like that aspect cannot be oversold. But I keep waiting. I think most people watching the Giants keep waiting for that infamous Daniel Jones gaffe, right?
Mhm.
You get in the red zone, he's under duress, and he throws it to the wrong color jersey.
He did that
in Panthers
first game.
Yep.
When Brian Dable tore him up.
Oh, he did.
He ain't done it since. He
Yeah,
did it in
yeah.
Tennessee.
He did it in
First game, he
Tennessee
threw a
Titans
bad
week one.
interception.
Amani
He
Hooker.
stared on Saquon, threw it right to the defender, and Dable said, "No,
Yeah.
what are you doing?" And
Yeah.
ever since then, he's been really good. And like LB said, I don't think the Giants have played their best game yet.
Yeah.
I think they're only going to get better. This offensive
I agree
line
with
is
that.
starting to improve, and they're getting acclimated to the system. And I think that with each win, they build more confidence. And like I said, Jacksonville, Seattle, Detroit, and Houston, they're all very winnable for this team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know. I'm looking at it this way, man. If we go 5-6, Giants fans, the rest of the year, we're 10-7, and we're in the postseason. We should be able to at least be 5-6 for the last 11 games with the schedule. Toughest games are within the division, so we'll see what happens.
Winning
Let me ask
games,
you-
winning games you're not supposed to win, and brings a lot of confidence in that locker room, especially with a new head coach on both sides, defense and
Absolutely.
offense. What you got to
Go
say?
ahead.
So if y'all don't go for that if y'all don't get that 2-point conversion that you guys went for in Tennessee, do you think it's kind of detrimental to like the psyche of your football team? Do you think it goes in reverse if you don't get it?
I'll be honest. It's hard to say. I don't think so, though, because I think that his decision to be aggressive and go for a win would have still told the team, I believe in you guys. Like, I have confidence that you're going to get it done. You know, this isn't the Joe Judge.
Yeah.
We're running back-to-back quarterback sneaks to make room for our punter.
Right.
We're punting the ball on 4th and 2 from the opponent's 39-yard line. I think Dable's, aggressiveness, I think him believing in the team would have taken the team farther. But obviously you get a win like that and you start to believe, hey, we can do this. We've been here before. We no panic. We've got this. Down 17-3 to Green Bay. We got this. We've been here before.
Yeah.
Whereas years past, they've lost those games. And it's like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. You know, here's something inevitably bad happens. So it's just a very different feeling around the Giants. It's nice to have a coaching staff that knows what the hell they're doing. We had 3 Ivy League minds last year. Between
Bring back Jason Garrett, man. Go ahead.
3 Ivy League minds, but they weren't football minds. Ivy League doesn't translate to football IQ. We have very high football IQ coaching staff on this team.
I'm happy for you.
Damn it. 5-1, baby. Let's go.
December 11th, we're gonna help you get back down to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, listen, man. Daniel Jones has beaten you guys a couple of times already. Beat you last year. And, of course, we should have beat you before. But, we had this guy named Evan Ingram that kind of dropped the pass at what ended the game there. It cost us the division that year, too.
I'm about to say, well, we wouldn't have won the division if he caught that. So thank you, Evan Ingram.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Evan
and we
Ingram.
get to play him this week. We also get to have a little revenge on Dougie P, who decided, well, let's put – what the hell was that quarterback's name he put in there? Sudfeld.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, you guys think we tanked to help Washington?
He was,
you didn't put forth your best effort. I won't use the word tank, but
We
you
did.
didn't put forth your best effort.
I mean, we had to go get Devontae Smith.
they were gonna lose that game anyway.
They probably were.
They were gonna lose.
I'm not
They
gonna
were
lie.
terrible that year. Go ahead, Law.
Well, it's in the middle, man. Losing out your starting quarterback. I think I had when we did our predictions, us being 5-1 at this moment, right? But now we're 4-2, so I'm a game off. And I would tell everybody that, hey, we got 11 more games. There's plenty of season left.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dak Prescott, the division warrior, he's coming, Eagles. He's coming.
Hold on, time out.
He's coming.
Let me get a 30 second. Let me get a 30
He's
second,
coming.
Law. Let me get a 30 second. Because you talking like you 2-4 like us. Okay, you talking about 11.
They
games,
feel like it.
Look,
I'm telling you, that's
man.
how they feel.
Let me ask you a question, because my dad is a Cowboys fan, so we talk all the time. And after week 1, you lose 19-3, you get dominated, your offense looks disgusting, but your defense is the only reason you didn't lose and get a 40 spot put on your head that night. The Buccaneers were in the red zone 4 or 5 times and settled for field goals.
No.
And so after that game, I called him up, and the first thing out of his mouth is the season's done.
Wow.
He thought the season was over because Cooper Rush is coming in. You got the Bengals coming up. The Rams are somewhere in there. Giants on the road on a Monday night. Washington. it could get ugly quick.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is after week 1. Washington at 1, and the Rams, they got embarrassed, but we still thought the Rams were the Rams. The Bengals, they lost, but you're like, oh, it's still the Bengals. Like, there's no way you're gonna win these games, right? With Cooper Rush at quarterback. What was going through your mind immediately after week 1 and the news comes down right after the game? Jerry tells you, hey, Dak's gonna be out a while, hands broken, gonna have to have surgery. What's going through your mind at that point at 0-1?
Man. I was like, man, come on, stick a knife in me, man. But over here, I try to give as much optimism as possible. And I was saying, okay, we got to lean behind the defense, rally behind the defense, run the ball, create play field. Don't try to have whoever the quarterback is to throw the ball 50 times, 30 times, or 40 times.
And you really didn't need to, because your receiver core was like literally bare. You were going
bare.
Noah Brown is out here getting work. Noah Brown is getting work.
Yeah, man. And Cooper Rush came in. I had to do a few videos of eating crow because all I seen in Oxnard, I was out there. Like, he wasn't the best quarterback. It was Will Greer, right? And Will Greer had got injured at the latter part of training camp and preseason. And, of course, Cooper Rush, he was thrusted in there. I was like, come on, bang the table on someone. But Rush, he stood tall, man. But the thing is, with my organization and franchise, Jerry Jones got to sell stuff. So he was saying that, hey, he wouldn't mind a quarterback controversy, right? And then it's a third of the Cowboy fan base that just don't like Dak Prescott. They wouldn't stand him. They can't stand him. And they was like, yeah, Dak is gone now. Bring in Cooper Rush. So I'm fighting. I fight more with Cowboy fans than I do with Washington and Giants. I still fight with Eagles fans because they love being over here.
Yes, that's a
we
fact.
all
We
fight
all
them
fight with
boys.
Eagles fans.
Oh,
I
my
think
gosh.
we're going to be united in that fight.
That's
For
what y'all
6
get.
weeks straight. And then I didn't even know the Eagles got a bye week, so they're going to be all in our inboxes all this week, still coming with all of the Eagles droplings. They like to drop stuff all over us, but that's okay. There was another bird team last year that was 7-0, and they peaked.
Yep.
You know that team?
Yep.
Cards.
I know them all.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, wait, just wait. We gonna figure out that high school offense. We gonna figure that out.
You got to worry about the Lions. 'Cause, boy, this could be ugly. You got to worry about the Lions.
Well, we need a comeback game, and this will be the game for Dak Prescott this weekend. This Sunday noon game. Let's get it.
I got a question for you. Was Dak healthy going to that Eagles game?
Yeah, man, I know he was healthy. Hey, look,
Listen, that's my sentiments as well.
Right.
I feel the same way.
Right, I seen it. Ain't no way in the world the night before, like, it was a debatable whether or not he'd be on the active roster or not, right? If he was hurt or wasn't cleared to practice or wasn't cleared to do anything. And then the next day, like, your bone gonna heal even more in 1 hour. I mean, in one day, come on, man. I know how.
So who was scared? Was it Dak or the staff? Somebody has to be scared then.
The staff, you got to understand, there's a war within the war. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin was talking about, hey, in Rush, we trust, right? Cooper Rush era. It's finna begin. They was talking about Cooper Rush compared to Joe Montana, Dan Marino. Hey, his first starts was better than Dak Prescott. Hey, he could be the next Tom Brady. They was literally saying that. And the Jones family, they probably caved in and said, hey, let's see. And that's why the game plan versus your Eagles changed, because there's no way they thought that Cooper Rush should throw 35 to 40 times almost to beat the Eagles. Ain't no way. No tape shows.
I thought the game plan was flawed from the word go. I mean, you guys get in a 4th and 1 and you decide to go play action. Like, quarterback sneak. First of all, why are you going for it? But if you're gonna go for it, it was only inches. Quarterback sneak the ball. You got Cooper Rush throwing the ball.
First of all, is that what they should have challenged it? Is that what they should have challenged it? They should have challenged
it. It was a first down. Yeah. Clearly a first down.
It was a first down.
Even if you hard count, right?
Right.
You know, even your hard count and see if your guys can jump.
I mean,
just
y'all did
common
it. The
football.
Eagles did it to y'all at the end of the first quarter. I thought that's when the game changed right there.
Yeah.
The whole game changed right there. A free 5 yards from Dante Fowler, dumbass.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, I disagree with you, and I know you know more about the inner workings of your team. I just think it was more along the lines of we just want to make sure he's fully healthy, because I heard from people that were there that said that looked great in pregame warmup. Like, ain't no way he couldn't have played. Like he was ready to go against the Eagles, and I think they stepped in and said,
put it like this, Louis. If it was the Super Bowl,
he would have played. He was
right.
If this game meant the playoffs or you go home, he would have played.
True.
They see this as an early season game. Yeah, we want to beat the Eagles. They're undefeated. It's prime time. All of that good stuff. But they're thinking, like you said, it's 11 more of these things left.
More.
But this is my thing though. The division, first place is on the line, and the Giants are 5-1.
Right.
But you got a chance to make everybody 5-1. Like it's
right.
The best teams are within your division. These division games matter. If he's healthy,
it's huge. But if he goes out there and let's say he throws a pass and it doesn't hit someone's helmet, but he grazes somebody's shoulder pad, and a week more would have just been a little bruise. Now it's refraction because of just one more week to give it more time to heal. Like, he's in a good spot. He could have played, but they're thinking about, is this one game worth risking him for the next 11 potentially? Yeah. And that you got to think about that. They got four straight wins out of Cooper Rush. Like, they were playing with house money, if we being honest.
It's house money, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at that point, they were thinking, if we win this game, great. If we don't win this game, Cooper Rush went 4-1.
Yeah.
4-1.
I don't think it matters if Dak Prescott played either. That's just me. I mean, the game ain't as lopsided the first half, but Dak Prescott ain't played since week 1. I think he was going to be rusty regardless.
I say this. I'm going to say this, too. I was telling my dad, I said, this is the thing that scares me when Dak comes back, because having Cooper Rush as your quarterback forces you to run the football. You're not putting it on Cooper Rush's shoulders. You're going to run the football.
Oh, they're going to abandon that run game now.
So now that Dak comes back, we could see the return of Dak throwing it 43 times, the run game going to sleep, and now you're putting this defense that has been lights out constantly on the field. That time of possession changes because the Cowboys, you say what you want about the offensive line, and I still think that the Smith kid stinks at tackle. And he's been getting away with a lot of holding, boy.
Let him get away.
A lot of holding that hasn't been called. And then there have been some that has been called. But at the end of the day, they've been running the football.
Louis, with all of that maroon and gold on, I see a little blue in you, dog. I see a little blue.
No. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you sound really good over there, man.
I keep my friends
this
close.
blue?
No,
Cowboys blue. You know, I see a lot of Cowboys blue.
I can tell y'all a lot about y'all teams because I'm watching y'all just as hard as I'm watching my own goddamn team.
It's not so much the running for me, though. I feel like the takeaways really helped them, too. So once you don't give them gifts, with Cooper Rush, you're going to beat them. They were getting a lot of gifts versus a lot of teams. Like I said, our turnover differential, we don't turn the ball over.
Were they getting gifts or were they taking them away?
Yeah,
the gift is a gift. It don't matter how you get them. You can steal a gift.
They got a good front seven, that team.
You got a good front, man.
There are gifts, and then there's me taking shit from you. There's two different turnovers, okay?
It's all called a gift. You either gonna let them take it or you gonna give it to them.
You would argue, Lord Bronson, that your offensive line is one of the best in the NFC East, right?
It's the best in the NFC East.
It's the best, and we got 4. We got 4 sacks. We got 4 sacks out of you.
I mean, y'all not trash. Y'all got a good front. Y'all got a good front for sure. I mean, y'all have a good front. I'm not gonna sit here and act like the Dallas Cowboys are not a formidable opponent in terms of defense. But that's going to happen, though.
Yeah, and your boy and your MVP candidate was 15 for 25 for 155 yards as well.
MVP candidate.
He ain't no MVP candidate. Oh, let's go. Let's talk about it. Hold on. Before we go any further, Louis T, I have spared you. I spared you. Listen, I ain't gonna bring no receipts out because you know what you could be wearing for 10 weeks. If I wanted to accept that bet, I have spared you, sir. I have spared you. Now, Jalen Hurts.
I thank my God JC. I said, man, you blessed me, bro. You saved me. When I was not worthy, you saved me. I could have been wearing Eagles.
You was blind. As much football as you know, you drank from that Carson Wentz chalice that I told you was forbidden. It was forbidden. I warned you. I warned you.
Understand. Y'all, you Eagle fans were right. Okay, so it's time. A double O. It's a double O time. Okay. I was wrong. All right. So I was talking to a guy at the barbershop. My guy Chris. Shout out to my guy Chris. He's probably watching. We talk at the barbershop all the time. Massive Eagles fan, right?
Wow.
And he said something to me that stuck with me more so than anything else anybody said. And maybe other fans have said this, and I just dismissed it because they were talking, cold hard cash. But me and Chris, we have these real conversations, right? And he said, I'm going to tell you right now, he's Jamaican, so I'm going to tell you. He said, I'm going to tell you, Louis T, I'm going to tell you right now, Carson Wentz, he's not mentally tough.
I told you that. How you gonna sit here and tell me that he told you something I ain't already told you?
No. So this is the thing. I knew Carson Wentz was mentally fragile, right?
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was mentally fragile. I knew he was inaccurate. I knew all of those things, but because I felt like the upside of Carson Wentz with what we were going to surround him with. This is the thing that I didn't account for. We haven't had offensive line issues. We've been one of the best pass blocking offensive lines the last 4 years in the league. Okay. The one thing I did not account for was our offensive line going to hell in a handbasket. I did not see that shit coming. It was
He does that though, Louis. He made my offensive line full of all pros look like yours. Carson Wentz does something to people.
It's amazing. No, I'm not gonna put this. I feel like we failed Carson Wentz. He didn't fail us. We failed him because that first week against Jacksonville, he looked like what I thought he was gonna look like. That second half game against Detroit, he looked like what I thought he was going to look like, right? It wasn't until the Eagles game, y'all is what really did it, right? Because they felt the offensive line. That was the first game we had without our center.
This week we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Flying Eagles, but this play we're breaking down is about Michael Parsons.
And so we had a new center. We had both our guards were new from last year. They both sucked, both of them, and one of them got benched. In that game, matter of fact, the Cowboys game, the first possession, he got his ass beat. They took him out and benched him. He should have got benched in your game. So the offensive line, he got molested in your game. I mean, absolutely destroyed. And then the following week against Dallas, this is the worst 2-game stretch because both of those teams, that's the shit that pissed me off. You don't supposed to get pressure on the quarterback. Your line outside of Josh Sweat, I don't respect none of them bastards. Okay, no.
We had 9 sacks.
Exactly, that's my point. That's how.
What are you talking about?
Was. And
we top 3 in. I'm gonna let you go.
You ain't top 3 in sacks. Stop that.
We top 5. We top something. We ain't outside of the top 10 in sacks.
4. You're not ahead of us. We're 4. So I know you're not top 5 in sacks because you don't get sacks. The only reason you're even in discussion is because we gave you like 8 or 9 of them bad. You take that game away, your ass is at the bottom of the league because you don't get no pressure for real. But I'm not talking about that. My thing is we failed Carson Wentz, and in turn, he failed us. But we failed him first, and it sucks because he showed us glimpses of what he could have done for us with the talent that we surrounded him with if we could have just put a semblance of an offensive line in front of him. And now he's shell-shocked. I'm watching him in games, and he's scared. He's scared. And that's where that mental toughness comes into play.
That sounds like the Giants for the last 3 years before this one with Daniel Jones. That's
absolutely. If you get your brains bashed in, you get beat up enough, you start to see ghosts like Sam Darnold. You start seeing ghosts, and you're trying to get rid of the football. You're looking to check it down. When has Carson Wentz ever been a guy to check the football down?
Man,
never.
But you know what? You know what, Louis T. Lloyd Brunson and the Eagles and the Giants, they both got future problems, and that is Jalen Hurts. Is he going to be a $45-50 million quarterback now?
Hey, look, man.
And then
that is not my problem. I love it.
And then Danny Jones, what you gonna pay him? You got to open up that wallet and Saquon at the same time. See, y'all got monies. Y'all got monies.
What I think the Giants will do is offer Daniel Jones a Derek Carr-like deal where they give him 4 years, but more they could get out after 1 and not get hit with the salary cap. But I think they'll try to tag Saquon. I don't know why Saquon playing under the tag because he's been injury prone most of his career. That's going to be tougher than Daniel Jones because to me, do you really want to give a running back top tier money when you're still, even though you're 5-1, you're still in the middle of a rebuild because this front office only had 1 draft. The Giants will have a lot more cap space next year. You're talking $50 million before you cut guys and restructure guys. So they're going to have a lot more maneuverability. But do you want to give a running back $18 million a year? That's why I'm on YouTube and Joe Shane's got the job he's got. I don't got to make that decision. I can sit here and criticize the decisions, but I ain't got to make them.
We'll such a big part of your offense, though, man.
He's a huge
when he went to the locker room against Green Bay, you could feel like the air kind of sucked out of your offense a bit.
He's huge.
And he comes back and boom, it's like he's instant offense for y'all. Like
the only thing I can say that the drive that tied the game against Green Bay, we didn't have him.
You didn't have
the shoulder. He was out of there, and
Daniel
Jones still let us down there to a game tie and touchdown. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they do. But again, I think Daniel Jones, I don't think they're going to give him like, a massive amount of money. But I think that something like a Derek Carr deal where they offer him 4 years, $64 million, but they can get out after 1 or 2 years. If it doesn't work out, I think that's something that they could offer him because I don't know another team that's going to give Daniel Jones 5 years, $150 million.
This is going to be Jones' his first big contract. So that was Carr's second, right?
What's that? Yes. No. I think that was Carr's first, right? Or was it second? He came in the league in 2014, so
yeah, that was his second.
That was his second, so he was willing to bend a little bit. Jones gonna want some money.
I mean, Jones. Remember, Derek Carr wasn't the first round pick, so he'll test the market. I mean, we'll find out, but. At the same time, when you have a new GM and a new front office, a lot of times they want to draft their own quarterback. So we'll see which direction they go. But
it's still a lot of football.
They'll figure it out. This isn't Dave Gettleman in the front office anymore, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of football.
Good, young, innovative mind here. We got 21st century football minds now.
Come on,
he could be horrible the rest of the season. He could revert back to the old Daniel Jones for all we know. So
what about MVP Hurts? What about MVP Hurts? What he gonna get?
No. That's why I want the conversation to go back to where it belongs.
He's going to get. I mean, he's going to get paid. What he's going to get. I mean, who knows? He may try to take something a little lesser than what's offered to him because he wants to keep them pieces around. It's a lot of mouths that got to get fed on the team now, so he's going to get paid.
I don't care about what he's supposed to get money-wise. I want to talk about this MVP shit you talking about. That's what I want.
I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing. Hold on. He's seventh in passing yards. Okay. He's 6-0. What quarterbacks are playing better than Jalen Hurts right now? Only thing you can say is Josh Allen. Okay, and who else? That's it. Stop it right there.
No.
Stop it right there.
I can keep going now.
He top 3. No, if you're going past them 2, it's cap. It's completely cap.
I'm not capping. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you that when it's all said and done, Lamar started off at a blistering pace. His last 2 weeks, he's calmed down a bit. Yeah. But Lamar started out. We were talking MVP again for Lamar.
Yeah. So he's still gonna get paid though. So I mean, we're talking about
Lamar running away from the bag, man. God dog, he gifted the Giants that game.
Look, that Giants game, the way he ended that game,
what he's doing
was horrific.
The dogs that came.
I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hurts, like you said it perfectly. Like, don't overstep the boundaries of what you said earlier. You said it perfectly. He's playing within the confines of the system. They're not asking him to do a lot. It's amazing that when they asked Jalen Hurts to drop back versus the Cowboys on Sunday night, man, that lead evaporated damn quick. And
that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Exactly what
happened was the game plan changed. Mm-hmm. Lane Johnson went out the game, and now Michael Parsons has been able to run free now. That's what happened. Michael Parsons was able to take control of the game.
Look. What happened to just running at him? What happened to we gonna read Michael Parsons? Because Lane
That happened in the fourth quarter during a 13-play drive that took 7 minutes off the clock. But you don't remember that.
That's my point exactly. Is you had to run the football. You had to take the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands.
So when the ball has been in his hands enough, he's 7th in passing. He's 7th in passing, Louis.
Passing because of the
6 touchdowns rushing, 6 touchdowns. That's all these excuses. I don't make excuses for success. I do not make excuses for success.
I'm not looking to make excuses. Titans fans will tell you, A.J. Brown is a slant machine. All y'all doing with A.J. Brown is running slants. It's not hard. It's not.
I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Stop it. Somebody please come out and stop it on Sunday. Somebody come out here and stop it.
But man, I watched him in our game.
Y'all ain't stopping.
I'll give you an example. Because we're trash. Okay? But listen to what I'm telling you is.
Y'all ain't stopping when we ain't have AJ.
In our game, we had 3 opportunities. I told the fan base, I said, if we had Trayvon Diggs, and I can't stand Trayvon Diggs, okay? Jalen Hurts would have had 3 picks in our game. He threw 3 balls.
What? I was there.
Yeah. Did you know what the hell I'm talking about then?
I don't, because Devontae Smith had 160 yards at halftime, and Jalen Hurts threw for 300 yards on y'all.
So, I got the film. If you want to,
you want to know? Do you know the team that Jalen Hurts got the most 300 passing yard games on against? It's y'all. On YouTube. Multiple 300 passing yard games on y'all.
The film is on the channel. I went through the film with everybody. I showed you the plays where he threw it right to defenders and we couldn't catch. Guys didn't turn their heads around and look for the football. They're hitting them in the back. Okay?
That ain't my problem. That's good. That's good timing on an incompletion. That's what we call that. Good timing on an incompletion.
It's a good job.
So it's luck.
Don't necessarily tell the entire story is what I'm trying to tell you. He's still limited as a passer. Like that hasn't changed.
How many?
What you've affected? We're just talking about his MVP case. The man is playing exceptional football. This is what Eagles fans, because y'all got wax in y'all ears. Okay, y'all hear me? Oh, he's hating. No, I'm giving you the reals. I'm giving you facts. The man is playing exceptional football. Another double O that I got to offer up. Okay. I was wrong about Jalen Hurts. I thought this man was going to stink. If Eagles fans would take the wax out of your damn ears, you remember me saying the Eagles have the schedule that's the closest to Washington. If Jalen Hurts doesn't suck in everything that I based my record prediction, I had you 9-8, okay? With Jalen Hurts stinking. He was supposed to be trash, and you were 9-8. I said, if Jalen Hurts isn't ass, this is a 13-win football team because of the roster. So nothing you've done to this point has surprised me. I didn't expect you to be 6-0, but it wouldn't have shocked me if you were 5-1.
Nothing we done didn't surprise you, but you didn't expect it to be this good.
Other than
okay,
Jalen Hurts.
Don't leave that part out. Don't leave that part out.
I don't respect your defense. I respect your second.
How you don't respect our defense? How?
I don't respect your defense. I respect your secondary. Your secondary is the most.
That's part of the defense.
What? Are you listening?
I'm listening, but it ain't making sense. It ain't making sense to me.
All right, so let me explain it to you.
I don't respect you walk. I don't respect your toe, but I respect your thumb. Look.
Okay.
It's a part of my body, ain't it?
No.
Make it make sense.
No. Because I can respect your thumb. I don't have to respect your whole goddamn fist. Okay.
Well, then until you get punched in the mouth on Sunday, you're gonna start then you'll respect it.
What I'm telling you is I respect the Cowboys' entire defense, top to bottom, their whole defense. I don't respect your entire defense.
That's what we different at. I don't respect the Cowboys' defense from top to bottom. I respect Michael Parsons.
Okay. Wow. So their defensive line is as deep as it gets in the league. What are you talking about?
They have a good defensive line. I already clarified that. The defensive line is not to be slept on. But once you take 11 and you get a game plan for 11, you could beat them. We proved it. Did you watch that film? Oh, you probably watched that.
Well,
we ain't play
watch what film?
We ain't play y'all. The film on how we beat and how we neutralized Michael Parsons. Nobody else has done it.
So I thought that was a poor job of coaching by them, because what I would have told them, if they want to do this read option shit, Michael, your job on every single snap is to hit the shit out of Jalen Hurts. I don't give a shit if he keeps it.
There you go.
Or if he gives it. I'm going to smash his ass until they decide. Do I really want my quarterback taking this abuse on every single snap? Because you're not going to keep reading me on the edge and I'm going to just stand there and watch the shit. I'm going to smash your ass and you get it to Miles Sanders. That's when I'm going to have Leighton Vander Esch scrape and make the tackle. But he's not going to sit here, keep reading me, standing there, freezing. You're going to come A.J. Brown across motion from the other side of the field and get out into the flats. I'm smashing Jalen Hurts' ass on every single snap. How many times you going to keep doing that shit?
Is that a dream? Because that's not what happened.
Well, I'm just telling you how I would have done it. That's why I said you got to wait.
Maybe.
I don't know what they be doing.
But hold on. This, you know what? This would kill me, though. What killed me is we talk about the Dallas Cowboys defense and we talk about the defensive coordinator like he next level. If you could come up with that plan, why didn't he?
Dan Quinn is. The reason
he next level. He
4-2 right now is because of Dan Quinn. If he's not there, they're 1-4 or 1-5 or 2-4 right now. We're
gonna sweep y'all and we're gonna sweep Dallas.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's it.
I can't wait till we play y'all again. I hope y'all undefeated. I hope y'all undefeated. Eagles fans, hear me talk. Hear this. This is what I think of y'all Eagles fans.
You the last, and I mean the last.
You hear that? You hear what I just said? You hear that? Listen to that.
We hear it, Louis. These soundbite guys, man, they kill me.
You hear that? Time to kick your ass.
We just dog walk y'all. We just dog walk y'all. You got the audacity to play some
We
film.
spotted y'all 24 points in the second quarter. Y'all ain't scored points in no other quarter.
Listen,
that's the story of your season. You score in the first half. You sorry in the second half.
Somebody come back and beat us then. Somebody come back and beat us then.
Somebody is. I hope nobody beats you until
it all relies on the Giants because y'all two ain't do it.
I want to be the one to do the honors. I want to break the seal and show everybody how to do it because Jalen Hurts, we neutralized his ass from a running standpoint in the game.
And then what he do? Throw for 300.
Right, because we suck in the secondary. You know how you neutralize sucking in the secondary?
That's a lot of excuses for our success. What's the next question, sir? What's the next question, sir? It's a lot of excuses for our success.
So what I'm trying to tell you is we've gotten better over the last 3 weeks because our defensive line is starting to play like the first round picks that they are. And we're only going to get better when we add Chase Young in about a couple of weeks. That's what I'm telling you. So by the time we see y'all, we're going to be a complete defense up front. I can't speak to the back end. All I can tell you is the up front, we shut down your run game when we played y'all, and we shut down Jalen Hurts' ability to use his legs. I want him throwing the football because, again, we had our opportunities in that game. We didn't take advantage of them. We should have had 3 picks. All I want is him. I want him to do the same shit he did last game. I want him to throw the football. And if he's successful, I tip my cap to him. But I don't want y'all running the ball on me. That's what I don't want.
Hold on. First of all, don't you ever talk to me like that again, B. We 6-0. You're at the bottom in the basement.
Look,
bad dog. I can understand bad dog talking like this. But you are in the basement. Okay. You're under our chancleta. You're under our slipper. You gotta lower your tone when you talking to us. We 6-0. We just beat the dog shit out of you.
Hey, look,
how dare you talk to us like this?
It took you too long to say that shit to me. You should have been saying.
I was just letting you get your piece. I was just letting you get that off your chest.
You ain't supposed to be saying shit. You supposed to be telling me shut your ass up. We smoked y'all ass in week 3. You supposed to be putting me in my place a long time ago. Anyway.
I thought we did it on the field. The audacity of you.
All right, let's get to the comment section, man. See what y'all got to say in the comment section. All right, we got a super chat here from my guy Mark Walls. Thank you for the super chat, Mark. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Who writes, LB Bully Nation here, brother. So you got
yes, sir. Yes, sir. 6-0 in the building.
In the chat. All right. Let's see. Got one here from the real Louis T. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, Lou, you already know. Go with the flow. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to my guy Luck. And y'all got to stop letting Luck get y'all too, man. I heard he be D's nutting the hell out of y'all on y'all streams, man. Y'all got to be careful, man. This dude is dangerous. Samuel Mays, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Fly Eagles fly. Mad respect to the Giants, says Samuel.
Haven't heard that word in the Giants in
no respect,
in a long time.
Respect for the Cowboys.
None,
that's what it is
at all.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna tell you why when we get to that. Why we don't have respect for y'all.
D'Angelo Xavier, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Right, since the Cowboys lost, the love for Rush changed. Now he's just a backup. So he's trying to say that y'all were propping him up, and now that he's lost, he's just a backup now. All of a sudden.
My God, D-Lo.
Nah. He's a serviceable quarterback who did a wonderful job. And
he did his job.
Yeah, he did his job, man. And shout out to the defense too.
Big time. Barrett Down and my guy BD, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, LB, how much OJ you got in there, man? I know it's some vodka in that.
It's gone, man.
Yeah.
Wegmans orange juice, cold press. It's gone now. About 64 floor ounces. Trying to keep my vitamin C up. That's all.
Yeah.
Damn, you drank the whole thing?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I go through one of these myself.
Right.
Coca-Cola, yeah.
Coke Zero, baby.
Oh, that's your vice, bad dog. You don't do too much unhealthy
Coke
shit.
Zero fiend.
All right. Michael White, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, what up, fellas? In your guys' opinion, who has been the best player in the NFC East to this point? Mine is A.J. Brown. All right, we'll go around the panel. We'll start with LB.
Jalen Hurts.
All right, Law.
Parsons.
Bad dog.
Brian Daboll. No. I'd say Micah.
Parsons for me too as well.
But I mean, AJ Brown. I mean,
he's been absolutely everything that I thought he could be.
But let me ask y'all a question though. So everybody's saying Micah, right? Do y'all realize Micah don't have a sack in the division yet?
That's okay.
That's fine.
I just want to point that out.
That's because we worried about him, and DeMarcus Lawrence had like 6 of them against us.
Yeah,
but do y'all think that's because we know him more, like we played more against him, so we would kind of know more? Why do you think that is, though? I think the Giants did a phenomenal job blocking him. That was crazy.
Yeah, well,
what happened in that game was they paid so much attention to him, which you have to.
Yep.
But it gave everybody up. DeMarcus Lawrence had 3 sacks in that game, and if he didn't get hurt, he might have had 5.
Yeah.
Right? Like you pick your poison. I thought y'all had a great game plan for him. Like, okay, we're not even gonna block your ass. He's just gonna read you on the end. And I thought it was negligence on the part of Dan Quinn to not just say, all right, Michael, that's how they want to play it. Just hit Jalen Hurts on
just
every snap. Every time they pull it, they try to run read option. I don't care if it's RPO or read option. If he's a part of the play, it's legal. Go hit his ass.
Yeah, and another thing is they got him dropping in coverage. I think that the Cowboys, to be 1,000, we probably another linebacker away. We need just one more linebacker. Hopefully it'll be Damone Clark, down the line. He come back in and solidify this defense. But if Parsons rush more and drop less, then we'll see those numbers more as far as against the NFC East opponents.
So you want him to just stay at edge rusher? I think that's where he should just stay, if you're asking me. He should just rush the passer.
Just not too cute though. Not too cute of dropping off in coverage though.
He's
because
good though, man.
He's good.
Against the Eagles, he dropped into coverage. I'm not saying it should have been a pick because it wasn't as close as they made it out to be. But it was a great play though. You were like
against Dallas Goedert.
Yeah. He
that was
knocked
a
the
good
ball
play.
away. He knocked the ball away. I watched him when we played against them. He's covering. Now, I thought it was a terrible route, and I thought it was a terrible concept. But Terry McLaurin runs an out against him, and he's right in his hip pocket. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, if you get Michael Parsons in space, you running an out? Like, if anything, you should be running a slant over the middle of the field where there's a ton of space.
That's what confuses him. Because when he was off the ball with us, we was hitting him with a lot of mesh concepts and shallow crosses, and he just didn't know who to guard.
Right. That's what you got to do. You got to throw different stuff at him. But
throw spices at him.
I think, with guys like him, with his kind of talent, less in coverage, more going after the quarterback. Absolutely.
Let's think it, man. Let that man hunt.
Absolutely. K80 Tick, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, I hate the Eagles, but damn, they've been making me some big bread on DraftKings. So he said, look, I can't stand them, but they helping me eat over here. Trevor Patch, thank you for the super chat.
Parlays.
Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, LB, asking for a friend who is in a similar situation as y'all 5 years ago, who designed and manufactured that statue of Doug and Nick. We are trying to place a similar order. Thanks for coming. So he's been pretty much saying that Washington's trying to do what y'all did. It's not happening. First of all, remember when Wentz got injured, they were like 11-2 or something like that before, Nick took over.
Wentz was good. Wentz was good at one point.
Right. Yeah. He and it's crazy because if you look at his numbers, they're not terrible this year. But if you
Carson Wentz is trash, Louis. We're not gonna do this.
Yeah, but no, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. He hasn't been playing. He hasn't been playing well. I'm not gonna defend him. I feel like we let him down, but he hasn't played well either. There's a lot of holes in his game. Period. There's nothing to talk about. Spence Kalis, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, as a Washington football team fan, as a Commanders fan, right? He says, watching this makes me feel like the kid brother that is just happy to be included. Man, props to the NFC East. We missed the memo. It was crazy. I don't know if y'all were watching. Most of y'all probably were watching the Dallas game, and they showed the Dallas Eagles game, all of the different times where the division started off this hot and over the years. And in every one of those situations, we were in it. We were one of the teams that started off hot. And this is the first time that we weren't a part of that. And I was like, man, I was jealous. I'm not going to lie. Watching that Sunday night game, like the energy, Meek Mill performing before the game started. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Darius Slay get one more damn pick and run it over to some Philadelphia legend, I'm going to slap somebody, okay? Sick of this shit. Like James Harden don't deserve no goddamn football. Don't be giving him shit. You know, you want to give Mika ball, fine. I don't mind. James Harden is ass.
Yeah, they were saying, man, Slade picked the ball off and handed the ball to Law. I was like, nah, that is not me.
You know, you get that all the time.
I get it all the time, man.
Clarence Phillips, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Clarence writes, LB, text me ASAP. It's an emergency, like now, please. Okay. That was the first attempt at some D's nuts action. I'm telling y'all,
he got me. He got me.
They look. Yeah. They not only look. You don't understand how deep this thing runs. Not only did they get you, they cut that shit out. You know, YouTube now allows you to cut out clips of videos.
Right.
They cut that shit out and they were sending it to everybody.
Oh,
they had it in the Discord and all kind of stuff, man. Y'all gotta watch out. I heard he got you too, bad dog.
Ooh. Yeah. The D's nuts.
I don't even remember that.
But look, Eric, they come back because he tries to get me every time, and they come back and tell me, "Oh, I got LB, I got Law, I got Bad Dog."
I don't even know who the hell that is. I don't even know who you're talking about.
You'll never know because he's a
you never know.
You never know. He'll change his name 15 times.
Yeah, and send you money to read it, and then you read it, and then he gets it.
And then blaze you. LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, can the division agree Jalen and DJ are franchise quarterbacks? So we can take this around the table. We'll start with Bad Dog. Are Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones franchise quarterbacks in your estimation?
I'm not gonna say that Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback yet. I mean, I had this question before. I don't know what constitutes a franchise quarterback. You tell me, what is a franchise quarterback? Is a franchise quarterback a quarterback that wins? Is a franchise quarterback a quarterback that just puts up great statistics like a Phillip Rivers but never won anything? Like, what exactly is a franchise quarterback? Is it just a guy that plays his whole career with one team? That's what I would think a franchise quarterback is, about all things being considered equal. I wouldn't say that either one of them are franchise quarterbacks yet. Are they making strides to be that? Yes. I think Jalen Hurts is closer because I think the Eagles have a better overall team. That, like I said, this is the best question.
Hold on before you finish. So are you saying that Hurts is better than Danny?
This is what I was going to say. When we compare Daniel Jones and Jalen Hurts, if Daniel Jones is on the Eagles, are the Eagles any worse than 6-0?
Yes.
They are. So Daniel Jones beat the Packers, the Ravens, and the Titans. And he's 5-1, throwing to Richie James, David Sills, a rookie right tackle, a beat up, a beat up middle of the tackle center. I mean, we have a bunch of backups in the interior line. He's throwing to Marcus Johnson, who's a practice squad wide receiver, a 4th round tight end, and he's 5-1. And you think that if he was on the Eagles behind that offensive line, throwing A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert, you think that Daniel Jones is losing one of them games?
I do. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in the Detroit Lions game, the offensive line didn't play up to its potential at all. It was free rushers after free rusher running after Jalen Hurts. And the way we were able to sustain drives in that game is because Jalen Hurts has legs. Daniel Jones got legs. He ain't got legs like Jalen Hurts.
He ain't
got legs like Jalen Hurts.
Times by Dallas in that game. It's the most that anybody's track of it.
He don't got legs like Jalen Hurts. Dallas, Bad Dog just pointed out that Dallas was still able to get through 4 times. It probably would have been more because of Daniel Jones, because you ain't going to RPO Dallas to death with Daniel Jones.
Why not?
So what do you mean why not?
He ran for 79 yards on us, man.
So it's because he had to.
Well, he had to because of lack of weapons. Who are we losing to? We losing to Dallas if Daniel Jones is on the Eagles?
This is what I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I don't make excuses for success. That's what
Jalen Hurts is a giant. If Jalen Hurts is a giant,
you ain't gonna keep pulling that line out, man.
Say that again.
If Jalen Hurts is a New York Giant, are they 6-0? They got the same record as the Eagles?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
it's
hard
to say.
It ain't.
It's hard to say.
That's the comparison. You look at the squad, and I'm not taking anything away from Jalen Hurts. He has played a lot better than I thought he would.
I don't like that one.
Okay,
that's
but
a good analogy,
look
man.
at the talent that Jalen Hurts has compared to what the hell Daniel Jones has. It's not close. It's not close. Who is your 3rd wide receiver? He'd be number 1 on our team by a mile.
Quez Watkins, huh?
Yep. And
Quez Watkins probably be our number 1.
And Quez been asleep.
Okay, I mean, our best receiver is Richie James. Wrap your mind around that. Like I said, if you're not a Giants fan, you know who the hell Richie James is? James, bitch, he ain't that guy. I can tell you that right now.
I don't like that. Daniel Jones would not be able to replicate what Jalen Hurts did. We can't do that. It's not even fair because
a tougher schedule with less
talent. He's 5-1, but he hasn't done the things that Jalen Hurts has done.
What he has 4 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter. What the hell else does he need to do?
We ain't need to do that though. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Daniel Jones.
You said Jalen Hurts is playing within a system. Daniel Jones is playing within his system. They ain't asking Daniel Jones to drop back 45 times, though, because we got no offensive line. And anybody who watches the Giants still knows that the kid is running for his life every time he drops back. So what I'm saying is this. I would say Jalen Hurts, like I said, he's closer to being a franchise quarterback than Daniel Jones is. I think they've both taken steps forward. I think they've both been better than I would have given credit either one for going into this season. But I don't think that – I wouldn't say that Jalen Hurts is going to be an Eagle for the rest of his career right now. He may be. And I would say the same thing about Daniel Jones. I'm not going to say Daniel Jones will be a giant for the rest of his career, but going into this year, I thought Daniel Jones had no chance to return. Now I think he has a good chance to return. I guess we'll see what happens.
They are arguing over here on my chat that y'all got Saquon Barkley, so he's the one that's winning. So you got to switch. Give Jalen Hurts Saquon Barkley, and you guys have Miles Sanders.
Well, shit, the Eagles fans told us Miles Sanders.
I just did. I said if Jalen Hurts was a New York Giant, are they 6-0?
Oh, you never said move the whole. Okay.
We never said
just replace the quarterbacks.
Okay.
Just switch the quarterbacks. We're not switching anything else. So give Jalen Hurts the giant, throwing to Richie James and David Sills and Daniel Bellinger and Marcus Johnson, but he can hand off to Saquon with that beat up line and a rookie right tackle.
Jalen Hurts took a bad team to the playoffs last year.
Well, Daniel Jones might be taking a bad team in the playoffs this year.
Wow.
Y'all ain't bad no more, though. I thought coach changed that for y'all, though, right?
That we're an underdog to the 2-4 Jaguars. Who's saying we're good besides Giants fans?
That's because nobody believes in y'all. Nobody believes in y'all. But you are who your record is. That's who you are at the moment.
Right, so how are you a bad team last year if you just went to the playoffs? How's that a bad team? How do bad teams go to the playoffs?
Say that again?
How do bad teams go to the playoffs? You said he took a bad team to the playoffs last year.
Because we started the season off bad. He was able to dig his team out of a hole. I've never seen Daniel Jones do that.
Daniel Jones has dug his team out of a hole 4 times this year.
What are you talking
about? We're down 17-3 to Green Bay.
This is a hole that I'm talking about, bad dog. Being down like 3 games, having a bad record, and then turning that around. That's what Jalen Hurts did. Daniel Jones has had bad record after. When has he turned it around?
With him here. And arguably, we have lesser talent.
When has he turned it around, though?
He was here.
When in the middle of the season has he took a bad record, turned it around, and finished strong and made the playoffs?
He hasn't had the opportunity to.
He's had 3 opportunities to.
Wait, he was hurt all last year. He was hurt.
So, all right. So let me say this. Let me say this. To your point, Bad Dog, I think the question when you ask what is a franchise quarterback, I think most teams look at it as a guy that consistently wins, right?
Right.
Alex Smith, Andy Dalton, look at their careers, look at guys like that we never looked at those guys as quarterbacks you could win a Super Bowl with, right? But they were winners, guys that you could win a lot of football games with. Ryan Tannehill.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, well, Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
I feel like you disrespected Phillip Rivers. With how you throw
he didn't win anything.
He did jaded Phillip Rivers, man.
He really did. Like Phillip Rivers didn't play a playoff game and win with a torn ACL. Like, let's not act like Phillip Rivers is trash, okay?
0-9 against Tom Brady.
That's fine. That's fine. A lot of people have that stat.
Eli Manning ain't got that stat.
Not Eli Manning, right? But Phillip Rivers does, okay? However, Phillip Rivers is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback when it's all said and done.
Yes.
Andy Dalton will not be. Derek Carr will not be. Okay, Alex Smith and Ryan Tannehill won't.
Was Andy Dalton a franchise quarterback?
Yeah, they gave him a contract in Cincinnati.
He brought something to my attention. How far is Eli from Danny Jones?
You don't put
tremendously far.
You don't put them in the same sentence.
Yeah, Eli got 2 Super Bowl MVPs, don't he? If I got that right, 2 of them.
But Eli didn't do that with the coaching staff that Danny Jones had.
What do you mean he did it with Tom Coughlin?
I mean, Tom Coughlin. You saying Tom was a horrible coach?
No, Tom Coughlin was a good
good.
coach. Tom Coughlin was a Hall of Fame coach.
The bottom line is that they don't belong in the same discussion.
Okay,
No,
okay,
you
all
don't
right.
put
I
them in
give
the
you
same
that. I give
discussion.
you that.
Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer. Daniel Jones is just starting to get on the map.
So do you think they're franchise quarterbacks? Is that dog?
Like I said, right now, if you're asking me on October, what is today? The 20th?
19.
Whatever, the 21st, whatever the hell today. What the hell is today?
19.
This is what happens when you work your ass off for a living. You don't know what the hell day it is anymore.
It happens.
I'd say it's still up in the air. I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're both closer, but I wouldn't sit here and go, yeah, I think that Jalen Hurts will be an Eagle for the next 12 years and Daniel Jones will be a Giant for the next 12 years.
Yeah.
I
don't think that's what constitutes a franchise quarterback, because a franchise quarterback is a guy to me that you give a second contract to.
I think it's a guy.
Derek Carr got a second contract, right?
Then yes, I think they're both getting second contracts.
Is Carr so Carr's a franchise quarterback, right?
Yeah,
he's a franchise quarterback. It's basically
Derek Carr.
It's basically somebody that the organization believes in. It don't matter how much the dollar amount is. If they pay him enough to keep him around, it's a franchise quarterback for the time being.
From another contract, to me, that's a franchise quarterback. Now, you didn't necessarily have to take it, but if they offer you a contract, they feel like you're good enough to get the job
then
done.
Yes, I believe both of them are going to get offered contracts when their contract's up.
What about you, Law?
Yeah, they franchise quarterbacks. I would love to see them for multiple years down the line.
Yeah, me too. I hope both of them get long term.
Give them 55. Give them 50 years, $50 million.
You don't even have a quarterback in Washington.
I don't want either one of those dudes though. I ain't got shit. I got a friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's single, and he wants kids, all of that good stuff. And a wise man once told me, those who play hard to get don't get got, right? But if you wait this damn long, right? Why the hell are you gonna settle? I've been waiting for 30 years for a damn franchise quarterback. You think I'm gonna wait for a Jalen Hurts? You gotta be out your damn mind. I don't want no damn.
Hey, Jalen Hurts.
I don't wait
Jalen Hurts.
damn long. I want
Jalen
something
Hurts
legit. Or I just
Jalen
keep
Hurts
waiting. I'll keep wandering through the damn wilderness.
Jalen Hurts is going to get a Kyle Murray contract, right?
I don't think so.
He beat him head to head. Kyler Murray is
I think Jalen Hurts is better than Kyler Murray, period. I said that
so
last
he's
year.
going to get a bigger contract than Kyler Murray, right?
I mean, listen, the number is the number. The player don't dictate the number. The number is the number.
Talent-wise, it's not close. Kyler Murray is the better quarterback. But Jalen Hurts, this is why it's hard to not like Jalen Hurts. I wish he wasn't an Eagle, so I didn't have to hate on the man so much. The dude is a tireless worker. He cares.
But
right?
here's the thing, though, before you go into that. Kyler Murray is 3-11 versus winning teams.
Well, Kyler Murray's already showed you his ass already. Okay?
Yeah, but he got $200 million. Man, shoot.
That man, the running joke is, they were talking about Thursday Night Football and how it's been terrible the last 2 weeks because there haven't been any points really scored, right? Then they show Kyler Murray and the Saints are playing, on Thursday night. And everybody's like, well, that game's going to be trash too. Call of Duty come out this week.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And so Kyler Murray might be game headed up. To hell with the game plan. I got to get my game up. So Kyler Murray's already showed you. Now, they do get DeAndre Hopkins back this week. We'll see if that makes a difference or not.
And Anderson,
Robbie Anderson is a funny-ass dude. LB, those are two franchise quarterbacks in your estimation?
Yeah. I think the organization, the Eagles believe in Jalen Hurts. I think Daniel Jones is winning people over. Winning cures all. Jalen Hurts, what is this, like his 10th straight regular season win, if I got that right? So, he wins. You know what I mean? Daniel Jones is winning. So that gets you another contract. He's a franchise quarterback. Now, all they got to do for Daniel Jones is get rid of that guy that they got from the Lions and get somebody else. Pair him with a good wide receiver and see what happens.
Yeah, we need.
It's not worth the risk.
Number one wide receiver would be nice.
Right. It's not worth the risk to start over for either team, if you're being honest.
I give you Jalen Tolbert, our third-round draft pick from this year for Kadarius Toney. Heads up.
I'd rather see what Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney ain't costing us anything. We need a little bit more than that. Take a second-round pick for Kadarius Toney, though. You want to give us a second-round pick?
I ain't going to squeeze no second, though.
You mean he was a first-round pick?
Right. He's like, I got to draw the line somewhere. Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Rice. Yo, Lou, I just watched the Taylor Heineke highlights from the team's YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm too ecstatic about him playing. Ha, 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 laughing nervously. I don't think any reasonable fan is overly excited. I think we feel like he's going to run the offense better, if nothing else. He'll give us a better chance offensively than Carson Wentz was on his way out. Them boys for life. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Law, why you block me? Make, bet, and duck me. Cray.
Because you corny. That's probably why you got blocked.
Like,
There you go.
I don't even know if that's a real person or not, because
Right.
we got so many trolls around here, man. That could be. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe unless you know him and know that name.
No,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he can block this.
True, Eminem. Hashtag ACC Rights. Hey, Lou, I think Law told the Cowgirls to give the Commanders their crappy online personnel disguise as our players tell him to keep that crap over there, LOL. I don't know. I can tell you this much. I don't care about nothing off the field right now other than winning. And our O-line hasn't been great this year. I feel like we're starting to put the pieces back together of this O-line, putting a semblance of a group that can get the job done, but we're going to have to run the football. We already know what it is. It sucks because we got all these weapons to get the football to, and it don't really make a damn difference because, as Bad Dog said, coaching makes such a big difference, and our offensive coordinator stinks. He's terrible.
Ron Rivera is trash.
He's not a great coach, but I can tell you this much. You give him a better offensive coordinator, and I think Washington fans would feel a lot better about him.
Ron Rivera is trash.
Finally here, 646 NY. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Bad Dog, did you see who we're trading for? We up now. Again.
No, I didn't see any trades.
Bad Dog.
You're lying, Bad Dog. It's Cap.
That's another one of those.
There's no trades.
It got to be.
Yeah, come on now. I got you. I'm gonna protect you on this.
No, I know there's no trades.
Okay.
I'm saying there ain't no trades.
He got me.
I'm gonna protect you on this stream. I can't protect you when you leave.
Law looking at his phone like, what?
I'm gonna protect you while you're on this stream. All right, but I can't protect you once you're gone from here.
There's no trades for the Giants. We ain't trading anything.
I better hope Howie Roseman ain't in the phone picking up mood. Y'all know how he doing a bye week.
The real Louis T, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes, do it to him, Lou. Giving you this 3-for-1. So again, y'all watch y'all back, man. All right. I got y'all front. Y'all watch y'all backs. And I gotta say this. You know, LB talking about Jalen Hurts took a bad team last year and took them to the playoffs. Like, that's a terrible argument, man. Because it was a run game. It was his legs. It wasn't his arm. He wasn't actually throwing the football during that win streak. What are you talking about?
Oh my God!
Come on, and you know that. You know that. Come on, man.
I mean, we did go run heavy for sure. We did, but the quarterback is still the quarterback. Y'all, it's a lot of nitpicking when it comes to Jalen Hurts. He wins. Bottom line.
Exactly my point. My point is, you want an MVP. Y'all want to have him in the MVP discussion. The dude don't even throw the football.
We don't want to have him nowhere but winning. That's everybody else saying that.
That's your fans saying that. That's what I'm telling you.
It's true, though. It's true. It makes sense. He's 6-0. His stats are good.
He's on the best team. That's the only reason he's in the discussion. He's on the best team in football.
You wouldn't even Louis, respectfully, you wouldn't even know nothing about this type of success. I don't know. You wouldn't know nothing about this. You wouldn't know nothing about this.
You're supposed to say that, okay?
I mean, I was telling you before the first ball was snapped.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Your bubble's gonna burst. It's just a matter of when.
Yours has already happened, and it's only week 7.
No, it's almost. We on life support. We got oxygen mask on right now. Our shit ain't over yet. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we just won a game. It was not pretty, but it was a win, right? No, we'll see what happens.
Your organization will give us whatever y'all have for Jalen Hurts right now. For that type of work ethic and leadership.
Did you hear what
Whatever
I said?
y'all have for that type of work ethic and leadership.
Did you hear what I said already? We would not go anywhere near Jalen Hurts.
You went near Carson Wentz. If you go near Carson Wentz, you'll go near anything.
This organization wouldn't even keep Kirk Cousins. What are you talking about?
If you go near Carson Wentz, you'll go near anything.
No, but
is Law over there getting ready to dig Washington's grave?
No,
pretty much.
It It's already look. The holes are the grave's already dug. It's just are we getting in? And are you?
It's bodies in there. It's a body in there already.
All right. So the question now is, so this is the thing. I'll tell anybody to listen to this. It ain't shit y'all can say to me that ain't already been said. Like all your jokes and all of the stuff on social media, I just laugh at the shit. It ain't nothing. My team has been trashed for 30 years. I did the number crunching. We've been trashed for 91.7% of my life.
Wow.
Okay, it ain't shit you can say to me. But I'm happy because we this close to the crib of our owner. We this close. Okay?
No,
This close.
Yo.
This close.
How long we've been doing this for 4 years now, I think, right? 3 or 4 years.
I think it's 3 years.
I've been called delusional repeatedly. Louis T, you are delusional. You are exactly what you be calling me. You are the most delusional person on this panel. You're still drinking up the Carson Wentz challenge. You're still telling me his stats. You're still telling me he ain't totally.
I didn't tell you a single stat. I said if you look at his stats, they're not bad. But I said anybody, again, this is the Eagles fans having wax in their ears. You weren't listening.
What's the difference? If you look at them, they ain't bad.
If you look at his stats, they're not bad. But I said if you watch the games, you know that that's not the truth. But again, because you got wax in your ears,
you ain't gonna Carl Salesman me to death. Okay. This is the only sentence that we should be talking about with Carson Wentz. He trash. We ain't got to talk about no stats or nothing. He is trash.
Ain't nobody talking about Carson Wentz. You brought him up. I didn't bring him up. You brought him up. We about to start Taylor Heineke. He gives us a better chance to win. You talking about Carson Wentz. I'm telling you, the source of our problems as an organization starts at the top. Nobody on this panel has dealt with the shit I'm dealing with. Okay? Yeah. You might have 30 years that suck. You might have a coordinator that sucks. Ain't nobody got the kind of shit. The only person on this panel that could maybe relate. Bad Dog, are you a Knicks fan?
Yes.
That's the only person on this panel that knows the kind of pain that I've gone through. It's James Dolan with the Knicks. They ain't never winning shit.
Owner. No, listen, John Mayer's been that guy for 5 years. Actually, a better part of 10 because we had one good year in 2016. We've sucked since we won the Super Bowl last.
Emotional damage.
No. Nobody's the same as Dolan. Okay, exactly. Dolan sucks.
If that's all I'm saying is if we get rid of his ass, then we might have a shot.
That's the hard thing.
I don't see the shit happening personally, but we'll see what happens. John Perez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, welcome back, Super Friends, especially my man, the Laker dog. What are your thoughts on the Dan Snyder situation involving him possibly being forced out? I think everybody kind of feels, I can speak for the rest of the panel because don't nobody else give a shit about Dan Snyder but us.
No, I hope he stays there forever.
Exactly. That's how you should feel. If you're a rival of this team, you should be like, look, remember when we used to say protect Gettleman at all costs? Remember that was the running line.
Protect him very well.
Protect him at all costs because he's going to keep the Giants as a mid franchise.
Say one thing about Gettleman. I think Gettleman's problem, free agency and bad coaching decisions. Like he picked the wrong coaches in the wrong court because his draft picks really ain't that bad with good coaching. But his free agency, oh my God, that's like nobody's worse at picking a free agent than him. But the draft picks are actually playing pretty well.
Well, that's a big part of being a GM is you get to pick the coach.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. He picked the wrong coaches.
So if you can't pick a coach, then
if Brian Daboll was there when Daniel Jones was a rookie, there wouldn't be a question if Daniel Jones was a franchise quarterback. He probably would have had a second contract. It's a big it is monumental. Just being a Giants fan, and any Giants fan that's been around for the last 10 years, or at least since McAdoo, you cannot understate how important a good head coach is, good coordinator is, good football minds, getting your team to believe. There's so many intangibles. So many people want to look at stats. I say this shit all the time on my live streams. There's so many people this day and age, especially younger people, that are so into fantasy football and playing Madden. And everything is stat driven. And they don't understand the intangibles that go into football players. At the end of the day, these guys are human. And one thing that doesn't show up in a box score is confidence. And I don't give a damn if you're a football player, if you're a plumber, if you work with a state like I do. I don't care what you do in life, if it's working out, whatever the hell it is. If you don't have confidence in what the hell you're doing, you're not going to do it as well as if you had confidence in what you do. If you believe that you're going to do it, you'll do a much better job than not. That's the coaching staff. The coaching staff is supposed to Build the game plan around the players' strengths and give them confidence that they can go out and execute. Dable, Kafka, Wink Martindale have brought that here really quickly. So I can't underestimate how great a good head coaches and Giants fan. We had Tom Coughlin, we had Bill Parcells, we had Bill Belichick as defense coordinator. We've seen great coaches. I mean, Jesus, you go all the way back to the 50s. Tom Landry came from the Giants. Vince Lombardi came from the Giants. So some of the best coaches in the history of this game, Bill Belichick, they've all come through the Giants organization. Having a good head coach goes a long way in this league because I don't think teams are really that far apart because of the salary cap. So it obviously makes a huge difference. It does.
It's not, and I'll take it a step further.
Count the team. I can tell you that.
I'll take it a step further. It's not just the head coach; it's the coaching staff too.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Because Wink Martindale has made a drastic
Yeah.
difference. And look,
Huge.
Patrick, what's his face?
Graham.
Graham with the Raiders. Now he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't Wink Martindale. Like the defense wasn't good enough to win you games. Right. It was good enough to keep you in games.
Yeah.
But it wasn't good enough to win you games. Like y'all are making game-winning plays.
The adjustments that these guys make in the second. This is something we didn't do. We didn't make adjustments. We would always get killed in the second half because they didn't make adjustments, so they made the wrong adjustments. These guys go, all right, this didn't work. We're going to hit him with this. We're going to do this in the second half. We're going to show them a totally different look, and it works because they make the proper adjustments, and the team has confidence that they can execute those adjustments, and they go out and they do it. There's no let up here, man. We can't sit here. The Giants can't get full of themselves. Go, oh, Jacksonville's 2-4. We're going to go over there and steamroll them because as soon as you believe your own hype, that's when you slip up. But the fact that nobody gives the Giants credit, and I don't think Dable will allow this team to feel its own hype and overlook any opponent. So I expect us to beat Jacksonville.
I keep seeing you say we're the worst 5-1 team. I guess that's what you keep hearing, right?
Everybody says they're the worst 5-1 team.
He's like, well, I hope we'll be the worst 6-1 team.
Let's go, Giants fans. Why the hell? Why not us? Why not us?
I want to go around the panel real quick and just because this is the temperature. Or I forget what Hurt said. I don't want to be the I don't want to take the temperature. I want to be the thermometer or some shit.
I don't want to be the thermometer. Something, yes.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, so
it was so fire. It's hard to.
I ain't gonna lie. The shit was fire, right? LB, I want to start with you. Can the Eagles win the Super Bowl this
year? Yeah, they can win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of the juggernauts that are supposed to be juggernauts are just not that. And I think defense wins championships. And I think we got the secondary that could turn a lot of teams into running teams. I think you can win the Super Bowl. I don't even think we put our best game on film yet. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna leave it at that.
Law, can the Eagles win the Super Bowl?
No.
Bad Dog, can the Eagles win the Super Bowl?
I mean, anything's possible. I don't even want to think about it because thinking about it makes you throw up in my mouth a little bit, to be honest with you. They're damn good. I mean, I picked them to win in the division when we did this before the season started. They're a good team. Jalen Hurts hasn't proved a lot. They can run. They're a complete team. The Eagles are a complete team. I don't want to say they can because I hate that. Why ask me this question?
You should did just like me.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
But see, Law gonna say that. Bad Dog keeps it in the buck though. It's very possible.
That's why he's your boy.
There's one team I think can beat him, and that's Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay. Can they get to the Super Bowl? Let's
they can get to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So you think Kansas City Chiefs can't beat the Eagles, huh?
No, I don't.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I think they could, but I think Buffalo's got a better chance.
As far as their DBs.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. If we continue winning
Buffalo's
these regular season games,
what does it? Buffalo's defense is really good. Everybody looks at Josh Allen and Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs. They look at that, but Buffalo's defense is like one of the top defenses in the league. That's why I think they have a better chance against Philadelphia than Kansas City does.
Listen, if it come through Philly, nobody ain't got no chance. I don't think nobody went in there all season. If it come through Philly, ain't nobody got no chance.
We still beaten the Eagles once this year.
So
it'll be in New York.
So we. We'll be going there on a Monday night and beating them.
But you know what? Your defensive coordinator for the Giants.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I think the Eagles can go to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
I don't think it, and it just depends on who's on the other side of the bracket. I'm just gonna say yes, they can win the Super Bowl this year. Lord Brunson, can the Cowboys win the Super Bowl this year?
If I'm being honest, yeah. The schedule is weak. You know, nobody really knew what Dak Prescott looked like. He had a bad outing against Tampa Bay. The defense is legit. Gallup is back. Yeah, they can win a Super Bowl. That's a good team. The only thing that was missing for real, was Dak Prescott. Yeah, they just can't beat us. That's going to be the only reason why it won't happen.
Bad dog. Can the Cowboys win a Super Bowl this year?
Nah, they ain't good enough to win a Super Bowl. They ain't won in 30 years. They ain't winning. They're the Cowboys. They ain't going to get their playoffs, get knocked out.
It's possible. I'm just saying it's possible.
They will. I'm just saying, could they? Could they? I'm not saying they will. Could they? Law.
It's possible.
Y'all win the Super Bowl.
Why you do me like this, man?
I'm putting everybody on the spot. Everybody except me. You know we ain't winning shit.
It's been a long minute, and that's why I'm tempering my expectations because it's Super Bowl or bust every year for our Cowboys. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that because I'm not finna super jinx this. I said that I want my Cowboys. And see, I know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't finna cut this snippet up. So what I'm gonna say is I just want my boys to get back to the playoff, back-to-back playoff because it's been a long time. And then when we win that one, see, y'all gonna have me slipping. When we win that one playoff game, ask me that question once again, Louis T. After we win that one playoff game, because I owe it to myself. I'm not finna go crazy over here. I'm not.
The Dallas Cowboys will never win the Super Bowl, and nobody likes on this damn panel.
TBA.
I don't believe y'all even believe what I said.
Hey.
The Dallas Cowboys will never win the Super Bowl in my lifetime.
If you an Eagles fan out there, instead of that Sunday's best picture y'all put in the LB to troll everybody, put that shit right there that he just did. Go ahead, screenshot that and put that shit up there.
What?
That was hilarious. All right.
Oh, when I was looking at the camera?
Yeah, absolutely. Look,
No.
I think Dallas could win the Super Bowl.
I'm not finna jinx it, man.
Or at least go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they can win it, but with that defense, anything's possible.
You want to know why I'm going to say why?
I don't think they can win in Philadelphia. I don't think they can beat Philly in Philly.
I think you get them Dak Prescott. I think it could be a different
outcome.
I'm gonna tell you why I know.
So we're not plus
real.
10 points, Bulldog, a bad dog. You ain't plus 10? We ain't a plus 10 points if Dak was out there?
Yeah, but I don't think the Eagles take their foot off the accelerator.
Whoa, bad dog.
The game plan changes. If Dak is out there, see what we did was we played man to man and made Cooper Rush beat us because we know he couldn't beat our safety. We not playing. We know he couldn't beat our secondary. We're not playing Dak Prescott that way.
Yeah, I agree.
The
game plan is different. We don't know. We don't know what Philadelphia would have done with that.
Bronson, why did Ezekiel Elliott average 6.2 yards per rush?
The game plans are totally different. LB is right.
No. I'm not talking
why
about
did Zeke? Why
did Zeke average 6.2 yards per rush?
Because he did. It didn't help y'all win. Zeke ain't no bum. I mean, what we talking about that for? Like it was a deciding factor. I'm confused.
I mean,
he had 13. He had 13 totes.
I mean, so is that what y'all happy about this week?
No.
Having a reassurance game.
A cookie, but what I'm trying to tell you is that right here, if you play that style of brand of football with 4 back there, and you have a single high safety, and you playing man to man on the outside, and Zeke is still able to get 6.5, man, don't you know what Dak would do against that defense?
Y'all not gonna feed Zeke when Dak come back. We all know that. And this is the thing. This is why you really can't win a Super Bowl. Your coach don't instill discipline in that team. Y'all jumping off sides, giving people free yards.
Now that's facts.
Then you talking about with CeeDee Lamb. Listen, CeeDee Lamb reached over. I was close enough to see it. I'm like, damn, first down. I'm all mad. Then I'm like, oh, bad spot, no challenge. Let's go. Stupid coach on the other side. I knew it was going to happen. It's your coach. Look at how y'all ended against San Fran. He got a couple more in this season.
Hey,
coaching really matters.
So bad dog. What I was talking about was don't give the Eagles that narrative of they took their foot off the gas pedal. That shit doesn't happen. NFL teams don't take their foot off the gas, especially when you're not that team yet. Okay. The Eagles. Don't tell me the Eagles don't want to put a 40 spot on
I gotta be honest.
head.
I didn't watch that game, man. The Yankees were playing Game 5 against
like
Cleveland. That was more important to me. I wanted to watch that Eagles-Dallas game.
Okay.
I didn't watch it. I watched the second half. I watched the second half of that.
We don't play. We don't play that way though, because that's how you force turnovers. We have no reason to throw the ball when we up 20 points on somebody.
But you're supposed to have a
dominant rushing attack, right?
You know,
you know, to show it, right?
Hold on. Who was able to come back? You guys scored 8. You got. Let's think about this.
It wasn't. But listen. This is the part that I've been trying to explain to Eagles fans. But y'all, some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all are dense. Y'all don't understand this.
Get them.
The elite teams in the league. There's no taking your foot off. When Buffalo has a chance to put a 40 burger, I mean, they got juice dripping down their wrist. They taking a
we
big
ain't Buffalo though.
40 burger.
That's not how we rock.
You're not.
That's not how we rock.
You're not that kind of team.
In terms of what? In terms of talent.
If you could, you would, but you can't because
y'all
not
okay.
Yet.
You want to know who almost made you? We had a shootout week 1. We bust a shootout the whole game, 35-33. You can't we can't put no points
with Detroit, but you couldn't put them away. That's my point.
And how did you put away Arizona?
3 scores in the fourth quarter, and it came down to you having to run the clock out.
How did you put away Arizona?
A blocked field goal, game winning drive. Jalen Hurts put us in field goal range.
Arizona
seal the game. The Arizona start making their little run. We blocked that too. I got confirmation. I asked Milton Williams himself. Block that. So what? No miss. Everybody, what? No luck.
Okay.
Whatever the case may be, you've been up in every game this season except for that Arizona game. Big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were down to Jacksonville, 14-0.
There you go.
The Jacksonville game. That was an interesting game because
the monsoon.
If the weather wasn't the way it was, I don't know.
Oh no!
Turn the ball up the way that they did early in the game. I don't know if Hurts throws a pick 6. Like I really felt like that game. I kind of throw that one out because Jacksonville turned like Trevor Lawrence had an awful day with just handling the ball.
You can never throw out any game in the NFL to where one team is down 14 points.
No. Because I don't think you start that game down 14-0 if it's not weather aided. Jalen Hurts, he missed that first receiver. I think that ball slipped out of his hand. It
wasn't because of the weather that we went down 14 points. We went down 14 points because Jalen Hurts threw an interception.
You saying
that one slipped out of his hand?
I think that slipped out of his hand. You see how far it went over the receiver's head? It went right to the safety. I don't think he throws that.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. He threw that into a crowd.
Okay.
And then it popped up in the safety corner.
I know it went over the head of the receiver to the safety, and he took it to the house. He made a residency call, right? Mm-hmm. That game started 14-0, and you're down in that game. And I really felt like a lot of that was weather aided. And then you can't say the weather didn't have an impact because Trevor Lawrence has a wide open receiver out in the flats on a 4th down, and the ball comes out of his hand.
Yeah. Both teams played in the same weather, though. And one team was spotted 14
one
points.
team handled it better than the other. That's why I said I just threw that game out. But back to the original point, like we're getting away from the point at hand, which is you've had big leads. You scored 24 points in every single game in the first half except for 2, right? Mm-hmm. And you had massive leads. And in the week 2 matchup versus Minnesota, Irv Smith dropped the touchdown, a wide open touchdown. Yeah. Kirk Cousins got in the red zone 3 times and threw 3 picks. Again, that's your defense making plays, right? Don't get it twisted. But they were there. They had opportunities to score. Don't tell me you were done at 24 and that the defense did this and the defense did that. They were in the red zone multiple times without Justin Jefferson getting off.
If you score, we shake back. Score. If you score, we shake back.
That can't be the mindset, though.
It's that simple.
That can't be the mindset.
No, I agree. I agree
for doing that.
I agree. That can't be the mindset. But when you know you got that, I agree. You can't live off of that.
And that's all. But
with the rest of this schedule, with Mitchell Trubisky and a lot of these other guys coming up,
y'all go eat.
Trap game, Steelers.
Y'all go eat.
What's still?
Right, one more for the panel.
You got Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's going to play against you.
Bad dog. Can the Giants win the Super Bowl this year?
No. We just know the talent. I think the coaching staff and the front office, I think the Giants have a bright future. But no.
Can you make it to the Super Bowl this year?
They can't win a Super Bowl.
Can you make it to the Super Bowl?
Can they make it to the Super Bowl? I mean, I would love to say yes, but I mean, I don't. I'll have a better opportunity. I'll know better when we play the Eagles. I mean, we couldn't beat the Cowboys. You know, they beat the hell out of us on the line of scrimmage.
You may not play them though.
Yeah.
Right.
We played Philadelphia. It's tough. We haven't won in Philadelphia since Matt Barkley was the damn quarterback. Like it has been that long.
Hey, wise woman once told me, all good things must come to an end.
I agree. And I would love it to come to an end week 18 and we could take the division from them sons of bitches because we owe them one.
Nobody,
not this year. I don't think the Giants
future,
have. They're not complete enough to win. We don't have a number one wide receiver, man. If we had an AJ Brown over here, and I might think differently. If we had a better offensive line and an AJ Brown type receiver, I think our defense is good enough. We haven't been healthy all year. We have still not seen Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau, Leonard Williams, and Dexter Lawrence, who's played like an all-pro, mind you, this year. We haven't seen all four of those guys in the field at the same time. We might get that this week, but we just got Leonard Williams back. That makes a big difference in how we're able to stop the run. Thibodeau has 1 sack. Obviously, it was a huge sack. But if you watch him play again, this is the statistic thing. He is a disruptor. He gets in. He gets penetration. He tips balls to the line of scrimmage. He's getting a lot of pressures. So as this team gets more acclimated to Wink's system and they get healthy, I think the Giants they're going to be a tough out, but I don't think they have just talent's going to win out eventually. And when you get into the playoffs and you're playing teams, I know the Rams have been bad. When you're playing the Rams and you're playing the Eagles, when you're playing the Cowboys, teams have more talent than you, eventually it's going to win out. So I don't think this is the year, but we're a lot closer than I thought we'd be. That's for damn sure.
The fact that we've been having that conversation tells you all you need to know. LB. Giants.
They're a couple pieces away.
Yeah. What about you, Law? Giants?
I'm not going to. I just need. See, I can't say this. Once again, and if I had a time machine.
Oh, my God.
If I had a time machine.
Just answer the question.
I can't.
This before the season started. We asked him for it. I got to go to Oxnard first. And I got to
He did say that.
You keep putting me in this box, man.
Dante Fowler Jr. And I got to see this deep. Just answer the question.
I can't because I'm going to jinx
You answered ours really fast.
Machine,
very fast.
They asked me.
About no time machine.
There was a Louis T in 2007 said, "Hey, will the Giants beat the Cowboys?" I said, "Hell no." There was no YouTube at the time. And then all of a sudden I looked up, the Giants beat my Cowboys. So if I was to ask Bad Dog that same question in 2007, he would say, "No, there's no way."
No, that's not true.
No, that's not true.
After we played the Patriots the way we did week 17.
This was way before that game.
Oh, yeah, week 6.
Week 6?
It's a tough question.
You see, it's a tough question. See,
it's a tough question.
I'm thinking in multiple ways, man. I'm like Dr. Strange over here.
That's what I'm saying. It's early for that question. So many things can happen. Injuries happen.
Just for the sake of the conversation, I'm going to say no.
No, that's all we look at. Ain't nobody gonna hold you to this, right? We not gonna kill you.
Let's ask the real question, Louis.
Right. What's the real
question?
Let's
ask the real question.
No, this the real question. Did the Eagles peak?
y'all so mad at us in Dallas, man. I hate this for you.
Wait a minute.
I hate this. I hate this
Did the Eagles peak?
I hate this for you.
Are they peaking? Are they peaking?
Are you mad about what happened Sunday?
Are y'all peaking?
I don't like this for you, Law. Of course we didn't peak. Of course not.
No, I don't.
According to
improve it. What do y'all need to prove it? What y'all need to improve?
I guess we gotta show somebody. I guess we gotta show y'all that we can take somebody's head off.
We
gotta be savage.
What is your team?
We gotta be savage and blow somebody out 40-13.
What is your team weakness right now?
Nothing. We don't have none of that.
So y'all peaking. So there's no weakness.
How we
on
peak?
your team? You ain't got no weakness. I mean, what y'all need to improve on?
We're not playing our best ball, and I don't really see a weakness. I'm saying it's another level.
I vehemently disagree with you.
It's another level we can go.
Have a weakness.
What is it?
He pointed out.
It's the defensive line.
The defensive line is the weakness.
You can run on
your
the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. You can run.
That winning is like cologne, man. It's like cologne.
It covers
you take a bath.
Listen, it's different. It's different when Dallas can run on us a little bit. Dallas has always been able to run on us.
Look,
y'all can't run on us.
We ran on y'all. We had success on y'all.
When?
We had success running. Our problem was we would get in the third and short and we couldn't convert because we got sacked.
Let me look this up.
So let me hear you say it again, Lord Brunson. Y'all don't have no weakness.
That wasn't the real question I wanted to hear.
I know that DeAndre Swift had a field day on y'all.
Yep.
Did he not?
I mean,
did he not?
We're talking about all these. He did. Yeah, he had a game. He had a game.
All right.
But everybody want to throw the Jags game out the window. I'm more inclined to throwing out the first game of the season. For a lot of teams. I gave a lot of teams passes on that.
But you can't do that because you use the first game.
They said second half scoring is their weakness.
You use the first game as an example of y'all scoring points. So you can't
because we did score points.
Right. Well, again, so you gave up rushing yards in that.
And we ain't give up no more. We ain't give up that amount since.
You probably have it because you've been up. Teams got to throw the football. Teams got to throw the football against y'all.
I think teams shouldn't consistently throw.
No, the real question. I thought we had one more question. Can Washington win the Super Bowl? That's about everybody else.
We already know the answer to that.
Oh yeah.
I don't. We got to go around the panel. Let's go around.
Yeah, for that.
Let's go around.
We the only team under 500, man. It's an echo. Hey, can anybody hear us? Yes.
No.
Usually the Giants would be right there.
Yeah,
like,
I got a lot of blankets I can lend you for being down there where it's dark and cold.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's part of what's got Washington fans hot right now. It ain't the fact that we suck. It's that the Giants turned their shit around so goddamn fast. It'll make your head spin. And we over here running in circles, and we're like, bro. And Rivera's keep trying to tell us it's this and it's that. We like, no, it's you.
Yeah. I had no running success on us.
It's y'all.
Yeah.
Your highest rusher had 12.
It don't hurt my feelings, Donnie.
Yeah.
Your highest rusher against us, Louis, had what?
I seen this story before, Louis. I seen when the Eagles got rid of Chip Kelly. I was like, no, I didn't want them to get rid of Chip Kelly. Yeah.
Y'all ain't had no running success on us, Louis. Your highest rusher had 12 carries for 38 yards.
Yeah,
what was the total?
Again, if you watch the game, we averaged 4 yards a carry. If you total up all the yards in that game, we averaged 4 yards a carry.
That's because Carson Wentz averaged 7, but he only had 3 carries.
What week y'all played the Eagles?
All of that shit, Jalen Hurts rushing yards matter, right? Like that shit goes in the total, right?
That was week 3, right?
It does, but Jalen Hurts ain't out here with 3 carries for 22 yards. We ain't gloating about that.
That's not right. I'm not telling you that your run defense is trash. You said you had no weaknesses, none, no blemishes. You can run the football on the Eagles, is what I'm trying to tell you.
But I'm trying to tell you to not use y'all as an example because y'all ain't do that.
We're not the gold standard for nothing in this league. Nothing.
Okay, just so we got that right.
Nothing. We're not the gold standard. Okay, so when you don't try the shit that you like to do, which is, hey, don't pay attention to what's going on over here. Look at this. We trash over here. Okay,
I'm fact checking. You said y'all had success running.
This is the substance over here, not this shit you're doing over here. Y'all can be run on. That's all I'm saying. Don't talk about y'all ain't running. I said we had some success. I didn't say we killed y'all on the ground. I said we had some success running the football. That's why we didn't punt a million times 3 and out just like that in the first half, because we were actually sustaining a little bit of offense. It's when we had to drop back and pass, that's when y'all kicked our ass. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you we were running it down your throat. I'm just telling you can be run on. I've seen teams. I saw my guy for the Arizona Cardinals, James Conner, running a football on y'all. I'm just telling you can be run on. He was having a good game until he got hurt. That's all.
I agree. We can be run on.
That's it. That's
which bodes well for us because
it just wasn't by y'all because you said y'all had the success.
But as I said, I've seen teams run on y'all. So you do have a weakness. It's not a glaring weakness, but it's a weakness.
It's something we could tighten up. Maybe we'll address this. You know, we got the best GM in football. Maybe we'll address this week.
Kill me. You just argued with me for 5 minutes and then told me I was right.
No. You're still wrong because you said y'all had success. Y'all did not.
We had a little bit of success.
Now it's a little. It was none. Okay. I just looked at the numbers.
But you know what, LB? You know what, LB? The Giants holds really good against you guys if that's the case, because I'm looking at the Giants and I'm looking at Wink and I'm looking at he used to be the defensive coordinator and I've seen what he did against Lamar. It may be a situation.
No, the Giants. I've always taken the Giants serious.
He might actually match up well with the
Eagles.
They match up well. Like they showed us that last year when they beat us that they can match up well with Hurts. And now they got some more additional pieces. And Saquon being healthy, Saquon will be a real test for us. A real test in the running game.
By that point in the season, because the team should be better. So
Saquon will be a real test. Like Zeke gave us a little fit. I ain't gonna lie.
Be nice if we had Kadarius Toney by then. I'm hoping.
Hey, I'm just happy to see Wan'Dale Robinson show his face last week. Okay,
Wan'Dale Robinson already more touchdowns than Galladay and Toney combined.
That's crazy. How about Daniel Bellinger, man? Damn it, man.
I love Daniel Bell. Just one of the most popular tweets I had was talking about how underrated he is and how solid
he's been.
He's like Kevin Boss, man. We don't ask him to do too much. He catches the ball. He's a great red zone target. He can block. That's what you want in your tight end. This is a 4th round pick, man. So
I think he could throw too. I think then you guys call like a play where he was looking to throw
reverse, and he was going to throw it to
and he ran it in the end zone.
Yeah, he ran it in.
He ran it for a touchdown. Like, what the hell, man? That's not what Daniel Bellinger is supposed to be doing. Taking a pass and running in the damn end zone. D'Angelo Xavier, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I bet Louis wishes he has Hurts. You bet wrong. Damn wrong.
What about Dak? What about Dak?
I'll take Dak in a heartbeat.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
What about Cooper Rush?
No, I'm good. Cooper Rush is I call him a basic backup. He came in, he did what he was supposed to do, but we picked Cooper Rush off twice and had him called back for penalties. Okay, Cooper Rush is as basic as it gets. However, I will give him credit. That's what you want your backup quarterback to do. Anybody around the league will tell you, if my quarterback's gone for 5 weeks, give me 3-2, man. Just keep me afloat. The man went 4-1. Cooper Rush did his damn job. Yeah. And the Cowboys didn't even have a backup quarterback when the season started. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but respect for Cooper Rush, man. Nothing but respect. But I was like, there will be some dumbass out there that if the Cowboys keep Cooper Rush out there and he kept winning, somebody was gonna get finessed. Right? Yeah. They were gonna Patriot somebody. Bill Belichick has made a living off of showing you one of these backup bums, sporting them for a little bit, whether it's the preseason, Brady gets suspended, and then you fall for the trap. I thought that was gonna happen to somebody, but I think we got to see what we needed to see on Sunday night. Lamont Hubbard, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, right? How the biggest loser, the loudest in the room, because I'm that dude. I'm that guy. That's why.
That's facts.
I told LB, I said, look, if I was 6-0, you wouldn't be able to say shit.
You giving more. You definitely giving more respect to Cooper Rush than you are the guy that's 6-0 though.
I gave him his respect for what he is. I said he's basic. Jalen Hurts is not basic. Okay. Again, Eagles fans hear what they want to hear. I keep asking y'all, just do me a favor, take the wax out of your ears, man. The man has played above expectations for me. Y'all might have set those expectations for him, and y'all are not surprised. I am absolutely floored at what this man has done so far. Yeah. Okay? You can call it great coaching. You can call it whatever you want. He's playing well. Way better than I thought he was. But make no mistake about it. He's still Jalen Hurts. At the end of the day. Okay? That's all I'm saying. He's still Jalen Hurts. There's still limitations. Okay? A.J. Brown makes a huge difference. That's another 0-0. Okay. You were right. He's the best receiver in the division right now.
LB, what's the weakness on your offense, man?
On my offense?
He ain't got none. He told you earlier. They ain't got no weaknesses.
He came in for the defense. I'm trying to get something.
Sometimes, the weakness on my offense sometimes could be play calling, not attempting to stretch the field to keep defenses honest.
Okay.
It could be play calling sometimes because the first 3 games of the season, it was 50-yard bombs for multiple people. You know what I mean? As teams start getting closer to the line of scrimmage, we stopped doing that.
I do think y'all need to stretch the football field because it's becoming where everything is a slant. Like, I look at Jalen Hurts, he doing all this shit at the line of scrimmage. Hey, they running the goddamn slant to A.J. Brown. Damn. You know the shit coming. And they still run it. And
that's why we gotta overcomplicate this stuff.
You don't. I tell people all the time, football is only as complicated as you make it. They ain't stopped this shit yet. That's what y'all was doing to us. I'm like, hey, dummy. Did all this shit?
No, we did a lot. We put a vertical.
He doing all of this. He doing all of this. He throwing a slant to A.J. Brown.
We put a vertical. We put a vertical. No. You keep using y'all as an excuse. We put a vertical beating on y'all, Louis.
No. I'm telling you what the man's been doing. Tennessee Titans fans will tell you the same thing. He's and you said this when y'all got him, and I'm like, you're right. He's a yak monster. So what do? You take a big body receiver and you say, hey, put your body in between the defender and the football and see if they can stop it. It also helps when these dumbass corners playing 8 yards off and giving the man free access. If you're gonna give me free lunch, I'm gonna eat.
That's what Minnesota did. I never saw a team play so far.
Oh, they were so soft. Soft and soft the entire night. Made me
they played
Yeah,
over 15 yards off.
I don't know why they did that. They just didn't even try for real.
They didn't even try. They was like, yeah.
Okay. Metaphor. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, don't worry, Carson back in 3 weeks. No. Just fake the pitches. No. I don't want to take him to Philadelphia. Oh, no.
To Philly.
Oh, he will soil himself. In that environment, oh, no, I'm good.
That Joker
He's
had
supposed to be out 4 weeks.
QBR, you know?
4 weeks will take us through Philadelphia. My hope is Heineke plays well enough so he doesn't get his job back. That's my hope, but we'll see. Let's see. Got another super chat. This one is from Tommy B. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Tommy B writes, sounds like someone is a closet Cowboys fan. I think he's talking about me. Couldn't be further from the truth. Like I told you, I keep my friends close and my enemies even closer. I can tell a lot of y'all, most of y'all know y'all team, okay? But there's a lot of y'all that are fair weather fans. Y'all don't know shit for real, right? You watch First Take, you get all your information. I can tell you more about your damn team than you can your own damn team. So I know a lot about the Cowboys. I know a lot about the Eagles. I know, first of all, I cover the whole league. That's where y'all, a lot of y'all are specialized. Y'all just care about y'all team. I watch the entire league, but I specifically watch this division. And with a fine-tooth comb, I go through every goddamn thing they out here doing. Because I know in order to get where we want to go, we got to beat these bastards. So I know a lot about your goddamn teams too. So, yeah, you can say I sound like a closet Cowboys fan. That's because I know their roster in and out. I know the Eagles roster in and out. I know the Giants roster in and out. I know what these teams are doing on a weekly basis because I'm watching their ass close as hell.
That's the closest you're going to get to feeling what a winner feels like. There's a lot of winners in the division.
It's a lot of winners in the division.
Y'all.
I was going to say, you watch us close as hell, but you're getting farther and farther away.
right.
They're not taking notes, man. They're not taking notes.
No, they're not. Well, that's because your owner is trash. You guys got to get your new stadium, man.
They on your body, Louis. They on your body.
I told you, I want all the smoke, man. I've been dealing with this all year long. McNabb, Fab Five, Louis a whole bitch. Hey, look, man, I'm here. Hey, y'all ain't gonna be able to run me out of nowhere, man. And
yeah, if you could have run me away for 5 years, you ain't running Louis.
Hey, look, man, my mouth is loud and it ain't never going down, and I'm gonna be proud. My team is garbage. I know my team is garbage. I'm just waiting for the 1 year that they not this because when you got an owner like
me right now, like I got 1 year where we're not garbage.
Oh, look,
feels good.
It's coming. I don't know when. I thought it was this year. I'm just gonna be honest. The football god set it up for it to be this year, and maybe it still is. What? How many games we got left, Law?
11, I think.
11
yeah, no, he was supposed to have it on cue because he said it like 10 times
11
already.
Games left,
11 games left. It ain't over yet. We 2-4. We not 1-5. We 2-4.
Oh.
So it's a lot of football. It might be this year.
13-4 is possible.
It is, but it's not gonna happen. But it is possible.
It's possible.
It is possible. And I'll say this. That's what I tell Washington fans, even though I know this shit ain't gonna happen. Ron Rivera in his 3rd year in Carolina, they started 1-3. They ended up 12-4. I'm not saying.
No.
I'm just saying this shit can happen, right?
No.
They had Cam Newton though. We don't have.
I was gonna say Cam Newton's a little different than Tyler Heineke.
Cam's still available. Cam's still available.
I can tell you. I can tell you this much.
Cam?
The Lord is he's moving, right? He's working with me because he said the shit you were gonna do if y'all were good, ignorant to the umpteenth degree. Oh, I had some shit loaded up. Oh, you think Eagles fans hated me now? My God!
What are you talking about? This
bro,
parallel universe.
It might have been. If the shit had went down the way that I had orchestrated.
So what you telling me? So what you telling me right now is I'm being too easy on you.
Way too easy. You're
okay.
Hey,
say less. Say less.
Hey, look, bro. You're
Say
Charmin.
less.
You're Charmin soft over there.
Say less.
You're
you?
Charmin soft, bro.
Say
if
less.
I was in your
Say less.
position. If I was
because this the thing. Listen, I'm kind of used to winning and beating y'all.
Used to it. Don't say that.
How am I not? How am I not? How am I not?
You're not used to it. When the last time you won a division?
It don't matter.
Yeah, yes, it does matter.
It don't matter. We've been to the playoffs. What, 4 out of the last 5 years?
You ain't used to nothing. That's all.
How am I not used to nothing if we've been to the playoffs for it? You know what? You're not used to nothing. You're not used to winning.
Do you want a cookie for going to the playoffs? How many playoff games have you won?
That's the type of shit that don't happen for y'all, though.
Hey, look, we went to the playoffs.
You got up here. You got listen.
We won a division more recently than you. That's all I'm saying.
Man, you 2 and 4 right now. You 2 and 4 right now.
Right now.
Again, what I told you 10 minutes ago, please talk to me with some discretion.
Exactly.
You are 2 and 4. Everybody on this panel is better than y'all.
Right. And I'm talking the most, which means y'all.
And we are laughing. We all laughing, Louis.
No.
We all laughing. We all laughing, Louis. You should have a damn brown bag on your head. You should have a brown bag on your head with a hole cut open so you can have your mic like that. You should have a damn brown bag on your head.
I would have let Louis borrow the bag, but I threw it away.
Please mail him the brown bag.
I don't want any of your Giants germs, okay? You keep that shit over there with you.
Nah, you might want some of our germs now.
I don't want any of your germs, okay?
You should have seen it. You should have seen it week 3. Commanders fans are pathetic. The whole area. I was there. It wasn't a damn red jersey in sight. Y'all ain't even come to your own game. How did you expect to beat us there?
That ain't got nothing to do with
what. It ain't got nothing to do with
Eagles. It's about our owner.
So the second game, Louis, you think you're
gonna
win?
Third game of the season. Come on, man.
The second game between us two. You think you're gonna win? You think you're gonna beat us in Philly?
In Philly?
Yeah.
Right now, hell no.
Okay.
No. Right now, no. Come back.
I thought you said that earlier.
And I'm talking shit, man.
Because I ain't gonna lie. I want to put a bag. I want to put a bag on your head this time. I want to take that back this time. I want to put a bag on your head. I want to put a bag on your head this time.
Listen, you just said
talk about some Charmin soft. You don't know how dark I could get. I've been being nice. I want to put a bag on your head.
Okay, well, good. That's what I want. Because I'm telling you, if we were ever in your position, the energy is going to be reciprocated.
You will not be.
Hey, be careful. Watch yourself. Be careful.
You will not be.
All right. If we ever get rid of Daniel Snyder's ass, look out. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because everything that has happened in this organization can be traced back. The origins can be traced back to Daniel Snyder. The reason we're sitting here in the position that we're in is because of Daniel Snyder. So be careful.
If Washington lose out, do y'all have a chance to get Bryce Young or CJ?
Obviously, if we lose out, we would. But again,
would you want that for your organization?
The only thing that could change this organization without Daniel Snyder leaving is getting a franchise game-changing, franchise-altering quarterback. A lot of people forget how bad the Indianapolis Colts were before Peyton Manning got there.
They were terrible.
They were a laughingstock of the league. Terrible organization.
But they were loaded, though, man.
They got Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It changed everything.
They had Falk. They had Harrison.
They had Marshall Falk. They had Marshall Falk for 3 years before Peyton Manning got there. They were ass. Okay.
Yeah.
None of that shit mattered.
Even Peyton Manning's first year, they were no good.
They were terrible that first year.
True that.
But Manning changed that entire franchise. He changed the evaluation of that franchise. They call Lucas Oil Stadium the house that Peyton built.
Yeah, it still took them 9 years, though. That's the craziest thing.
And then they go from Peyton to Andrew Luck. That's not a great organization in Indianapolis. Don't fool yourself. They've got it right here.
Oh shit!
Whenever you want it.
Oh, you got a bag?
Whenever you want it.
I'm good.
Okay.
We 2-4. We ain't 1-6 or 1-5 or 0-6. I don't need the bag yet. Next time we meet up, I may need that bag. I may not need that bag.
I'm gonna fold it.
You gonna keep it there?
I'm gonna keep it for you.
Oh, okay. You might need it for yourself. You might do like the Cowboys do and get to the playoffs and lose your first game.
Oh.
All this disrespect. All this disrespect to the Philadelphia Eagles on this goddamn panel
Jay
today.
Versick, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Cowboy Nation, stand up. Sheagles and Cowboys are both 2-0 in the division. LB, or chill, LB.
Nah, Cowboys aren't 2-0 in the division.
They just lost to the Eagles.
We 2-1.
You know,
you just wasted $5.
Look, some people have some issues with math sometimes. Numbers aren't always the easiest to do. You know, I get it. It's all good, man. You tried. I still like you, Jay Versick. You left me out of it, so No strays over here. John Livingston, my guy, JL Smooth, resident Bills fan right here. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, I didn't hear you say it, LB, but some Eagles fans in here trolling saying Hurts is better than Allen. Y'all can't really believe that 17 touchdown Allen, 6 for Hurts.
Well, first of all, of course, I think Josh Allen is probably the better quarterback right now.
Okay,
like
good.
that. I mean,
Okay.
the arm talent is. Come on, man. It's Josh Allen. Like, it's Josh Allen.
You said you said definitely, right? That was the word.
What do you mean?
You said definitely.
He's the better quarterback.
Yeah.
Like,
It sounded like you were going to try to explain it. You don't need to even say nothing else. It's sort of like the Phillip Rivers thing earlier, where it was like when Law brought up.
Hey, be quiet.
Be careful with LB, Louis.
Be quiet, man.
He was saying Hassan Reddick is pretty much better than Parsons.
We know that's LB's move, right?
Listen.
All right, that's his move.
Listen.
Hassan, go ahead, break it down.
Huh? The thing with the 6 touchdowns of Jalen Hurts is bothering me because everybody in here knows that rushing touchdowns matter for a QB as well. So Jalen Hurts accounted for actually 12 touchdowns. But Josh Allen, good for Josh Allen, 17 touchdowns. He's playing well, and Josh Allen is the better quarterback right now. But I don't think you got a better team
right now. See, that's the shit that gets me, right? You see how you just try to slide that shit in subtly.
You want to know why? So right now,
Josh
what are you talking about?
The best quarterback, and then we just move on.
You don't know. You don't know. Jalen Hurts is 24 years old. You don't know where he's going to be at in 3 years.
He ain't going to be Josh
He
Allen.
ain't never going to be.
Y'all told me he was going to be benched by week 6.
He ain't going to be Josh Allen.
Look, I don't know who told you he was going to be benched by week 6.
I mean,
that didn't come out of my mouth.
Y'all told me.
I know I told you he was going to be trash. But there's one thing to say a guy's going to be trash, and then there's another thing to say he's going to be better than a guy like Josh Allen.
Y'all didn't even know Josh Allen was going to be Josh Allen based off his first year in the league.
Wrong person, because you can go back in the archives and check what I said about Josh Allen.
That you said Josh Allen was going to be like this in his first season.
That was my dude in that draft.
They ball.
Good for you. Good for you.
All right. Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Fat American says, double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, LB, all BS aside, is Hurts your franchise guy?
Yeah. I mean, you could keep your BS in the front or the side. He's a franchise quarterback.
$200 million, $250.
I agree for right now. The way he's playing, absolutely.
Pay the man.
How you gonna get rid of that? Man's winning games. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Louis is so hurt. Cowboys make so much excuses, and I will be at the Giants game. LB, what up?
I'm gonna be there December 11th.
I thought you said you won't go into more games.
I already paid for that one though.
Oh, okay. That's already been done.
No, you can't go to that LB.
That joker undefeated when they
go.
You
said, look,
go to the games, man.
You can't go to that one. You go until one that they lose, and then you're okay.
Yeah. Stop going to those games, man.
Man, LB's gonna be there. I should try to get there December 11th.
Yeah, man, pop up, man. It's gonna be a good time. But I'm going with probably 1,700 Eagles fans.
This dude
undefeated. I roll with like 15,000 Giants fans.
It's gonna be a good game.
Hey, LB, you got a better experience, man. My first 7 games to the Cowboys, we lost every one, and I said, man, I just stopped going to games.
My first couple games was at Veterans Stadium. I was going with my grandma. I really didn't even know what the hell was going on. I'm like, it's so loud. My grandma's standing up, being an Eagles fan like the rest of them. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Fat American writes, Law, you think Dan is better than Mike? Is Mike here next year? That long pause isn't necessary.
I think Mike McCarthy is on a win-to-win basis. This could be if he don't go deep into the playoff this year, he's gone. Dan Quinn, they're gonna have to do something to solidify his contract because there will be other teams pulling at him. So.
That's a good question.
Man, he put me in the corner, man.
Because the only way to probably really keep Dan Quinn is if you make him the head coach and get rid of Mike.
And the thing is, I don't want Dan Quinn as the head coach. I think he's better with hands-on, working with these guys and individually helping out our players. I don't like him at the capacity of head coach because he would be stretched out too far. I don't like the fact that if they would elevate Kellen Moore as the head coach either. It's a pickle. I think if the only way Mike McCarthy stays here, we got to win multiple playoff games or Super Bowl. If not, damn, man, I don't know, man.
Would you rather have Kellen Moore or Dan Quinn as your head coach? You had to choose between them.
I would rather have Kellen Moore as the head coach.
Understandable. I some guys are meant to be coordinators. Some guys are meant to be. I don't think Dan Quinn would be a great head coach. I think he's a good, like Wade Phillips. Wade Phillips was an okay head coach, but not nearly as good as he is a defensive coordinator. Rex Ryan, same type of thing.
I think Ron Rivera.
There's a lot of guys that are meant to be coordinators.
But you know what? You know what's crazy?
Right. I don't agree with that though.
If we make Kellen Moore the head coach, right? And if we finally go out there and get a real offensive coordinator and just have Kellen Moore to be a walk-around guy
you
to
really
go for
you really don't think he's going to call the plays, though, if he's the head coach? He going to call the plays. Most offensive dudes that get the job want to call the plays. Like, that's a part of their DNA. Until you get to a point where you realize, I don't need to do this shit. I can let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
That's why I love Nick Sirianni, man. He figured that out in 8 games. I'm just let somebody else
he was
do
effing up.
Yeah.
He was like, let me let somebody else do this
Yeah.
shit. And let me just take over the whole squad. I just love his energy, though, man.
Yeah.
I love, like, at the end of that game against Dallas, when Odigizua tackled, who did he tackle at the end of the game?
Kelsey.
Oh, and the fight almost broke out?
And Nick Sirianni was like, yo, do they?
They wouldn't want that. They wouldn't want that
like,
business
bro,
action
chill,
with Osa.
chill.
I said,
Like,
y'all
Nick was ready
Eagles
to
fan
jump in
might
there,
won
like,
the
do y'all
game, but
want
we
these
won the
hands?
body slam, baby. We
Nick
won
was
that
like,
body
look, do
slam.
y'all want these hands? I'll jump
No, it would have got. It would have.
Osa about that life, baby.
No, he ain't. No, not in that building. It would have got dark for Osa.
Hey, look. All I know is it got ugly at the end, and Nick was ready. That's all I know.
Look, you don't want to fight a man with a gap in his mouth, man. Ask that about
he don't
Michael
care.
Strahan. You know,
He don't care.
He
don't care.
You got a big gap right there, man. Them boys fight all night, man.
And that's another one of my takeaways, man. You know, the 15-yard penalties on some of the stars for Dallas during that game. It happened to the stars. You know what I mean? It's like they're just missing some discipline. Parsons got one for taunting.
Absolutely spot. That's the best
spot
thing
on.
you said all night.
You spot on
That's
with
cat.
that, man.
You go back 2 hours and say it's a lot of gems,
and
that's your problem, Lou. You don't be listening, and then we got to come back. You got to eat all this crow.
I heard everything you said. That's the best thing you said all night.
But
yeah,
I
they
can tell
definitely got no
you, I can
discipline,
tell you
man.
that Sirianni probably grew up a Cowboy fan because all he do is talk Cowboys. Come on, man. How about them Eagles? Who says that? You know, he won.
Because we didn't get to this.
What? You know, he liked
Y'all-
the Cowboys. That's
y'all have been gloating.
trace. Huh?
Y'all have been gloating about beating our backups the last game of the season, the whole summer. We put up 90 on the Eagles. 90 on the Eagles. One of the games was against Minshew because we already clinched the playoff spot. When you do stuff like that, and then when we see you after we re-up and get some big guns, I don't care. It's a wrap. When we see y'all, we're going to sweep y'all too. I want you to be clear about that. We're going to sweep y'all. You know what I mean?
Can I give you your flowers, though? While we
Please.
We made fun of your hurt season hats.
I don't
Talking
know why you
about
did that.
all of that shit. Can everybody on the panel give?
I don't want it.
No,
I don't want it right now.
no.
Please.
No.
Give him a round of
his
applause.
I don't want it.
Play it.
I don't want it. I'm gonna tell you why I don't want it.
No.
Give that man his feathers. Here we go.
It's a lot of. It's a lot more football left.
No.
I ain't
Y'all
talking
won
about
the
that. I'm
Super
not talking
Bowl.
about
Y'all
hurt.
won the Super Bowl. Come on.
I ain't
When
talking
was the
about
Super Bowl? What Super Bowl did we win?
No.
The other night.
No.
How? Y'all was there. Y'all don't go to games like that.
Man, come on, man. Y'all was coming out beat Dallas. We won Dallas.
Y'all don't go to
got
Super
it.
Bowls.
Y'all
That
got
couldn't have been a Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all don't be in them games.
Hey, look.
You said y'all wanted Dallas. Y'all got it.
Hey, look.
You got your certification. You know
I'm
how
not talking
you get
about
that
Hurts.
good one? Yeah.
I'm not talking about Hurts. I ain't talking about Hurts. I'm talking about AJ Brown wearing your hat. Nick
Oh yeah, I
Sirianni wearing your
appreciate
hat.
that.
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about you.
That was
That's
definitely
dope.
major. Shout out to AJ.
Yeah. I'm talking about your hat walking through the building with
Yeah.
prominent people rocking your hat. I ain't talking about the shit that
I
it
appreciate
say.
that.
Yeah.
I ain't talking
I
about that
appreciate
shit.
that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you moving units over here.
Yeah, you
bro.
moving stuff,
That's
man.
what I'm talking
I definitely appreciate that. I went to the game, the Dallas game. I had like 5 different people ask me where I got the hat from. That's how you know. It ain't even about. It ain't got nothing to do with me no more.
Bro,
like I'm just. It don't have nothing.
It's bigger than you now. When the shit
it
end
don't
up
have
on
nothing to do with me no more.
when it end up on ESPN and Max
Mm-hmm.
Kellerman is talking about your hat,
your
shit is bigger than you.
Yeah, it was a. But see,
of its own. So
that could have been risky though. That could have been risky though, because if we didn't play well,
if they didn't play well,
I believe. I believed.
That ain't your problem.
Yeah. So shout out to you. Shout out to you for that though.
I appreciate that, fellas. I definitely
no
appreciate
doubt,
that.
man.
Yo. Because I'm gonna wear the Hurt season hat though. You know, the one that you sent, I'm gonna wear it.
Oh yeah. It's blue and white too.
Is it blue and white? I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear the hat.
It's blue and white.
I'm gonna wear the hat.
Yeah, I don't think you could pay me to wear that.
I'm good.
No,
It's not happening. Not happening. I ain't wearing no Eagles. Man, I put my pride on the line last year with the worst Giants team I've ever seen in my life. Thank God.
You escaped narrowly.
What's that?
Hey, bad
You
dog.
escaped narrowly when you won that bet, bad dog.
I don't give a damn how narrow it was. I never wore that Eagles jersey. That's as narrow as my hairline. I don't give a shit. I wanted to win that game.
Hey, he couldn't get me to wear that filthy green though. It's gonna be in my colors though.
That would have been tough. That would have just been the worst. That would have just been ice.
But your boy got one. He lost a bet. Philly 500 be making these.
Yeah, he had to wear the Bavaro jersey. I told him blue looks good.
No. I'm talking about Mark Holmes. So when we beat the Eagles, Mark Holmes, his first season hat on the way. He got to wear it for like a week.
There you go.
Wow.
Man,
could have been me.
No, Louis, your bet was outrageous. I just couldn't do that to. I was like, I can't do that to nobody on this panel.
I told my guy JC. I said, hey man, you looking out for me, bro. Matthew, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB, who writes, rank team, player, talent, and coaching staff in the order in each of your opinions. So he wants you to rank the best players. So I guess roster, the best player talent. So that's the roster, and the coaching staff talent in the order of your liking for this division. We'll start with LB. Rank the rosters in this division after 6 weeks of football.
The rosters, I'm going to go with the Eagles, Dallas, the Giants, and Washington.
Okay. Coaching staff.
Coaching staff, I'm going to go with the Eagles, the Giants, Dallas, and Washington.
Okay. Law.
You said roster
talent.
first, right?
Yep. Talent. Roster talent.
Don't even start. Don't even cap. Don't cap like
Cowboys.
that. My God.
Dallas.
What?
No. I'm saying Cowboys. Oh, man.
I'm like,
damn. I'm going with damn.
He said Cowboys, Dallas boys.
Cowboys, Dallas, we them boys.
All right, Cowboys. Is it roster right first, right?
yes,
Cowboys,
roster first. Yep.
Eagles, Giants, Washington.
Okay.
Coaching
staff.
Can I break it down in sections, or you just want to do overall all the way, right?
No, just across the board. Because I know there might be certain, parts of your
because my defensive staff, man, I'm just putting them up top,
Yeah.
But the head of the snake is trash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let's see what shoot. I'm gonna be biased in Cowboys, Eagles. No. The Cowboys. I kind of like what the dude doing down there in Giants. Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Washington.
Okay.
He's over looking at me like that.
Hey.
That doggone Mark. Wink is doing his thing over there, man, with the pieces he got, and then Brian Daboll, man, he's doing his thing, man. Right. He working with Band-Aid wide receivers, Walmart all-star wide receivers.
Right. I ain't mad when you got the Giants.
There's
I'm
no
mad when you got the
we
Eagles.
got the best coaching staff in this division. There is no it's like Jesus. They're turning water into wine over here with the Giants. I've been drinking some victory scotch. I drank more scotch through the first 6 weeks of this season I did all last year. But as far as talent goes, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Washington. Coaching staff, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys. I don't think any Washington fan could say their coaching staff is not the worst. Nobody likes Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Right quick on the coaching staff. Do the defense right quick, just for you, boy.
The defense. Well, I mean,
Just do the rankings of defense.
I mean, look, Wink, man, come on, baby.
They are hurt. They hurt bad, dog.
Doing his thing. We shut
they hurt
down
bad, dog.
Aaron Rodgers. We shut down Lamar Jackson.
Right.
We shut down Derrick Henry.
I like Wink. Now give it to me. Wink.
Oh, Wink. Dan Quinn.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was
there you go.
Okay, good.
He just needs something. He needs something because that loss on Sunday. He got to have some.
Boy, I'd help him out.
Hey, long reaching over there,
all three
boy.
of y'all coming
That
off of a
wound
win.
is still open, LB.
All three of y'all coming off of a win, and y'all asked me Wednesday to do this show. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one holding an L right now.
Hey, look.
You know?
I didn't even think about that because all I've been doing is winning.
Hey,
Look at him.
So talent-wise, is Philadelphia, it's Dallas. It's crazy because this is what losing does. The Giants roster is ass.
But their defense is good. Our
The
defensive
roster is a wash because Washington and your defense, to me, the roster, the talent, to me, is equal.
Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence are pretty damn good.
Okay, Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne are pretty damn good.
Dexter Lawrence is an all-pro right now.
Okay, Jonathan Allen is an all-pro right now. What are you saying? Jonathan Allen's playing the best football.
We haven't even been healthy. We're not healthy.
Jonathan Allen, what? Louis?
He's playing the best football of his career right now. Jonathan Allen is.
So is Dexter Lawrence.
That shit ain't translating to wins, though. I would have never known.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Y'all, again, a lot of y'all don't watch other teams. You watch your team, so you don't know. But
No. I watch this division. I don't watch nothing outside the division, but I watch the NFC
You know,
East.
in the Giants roster, just because they're winning football games, they're a better coach team. Their roster, their talent isn't better than Washington's. And all of y'all universally just put the Giants ahead.
Let me ask you this.
They look more talented, though. They look more talented.
Between Washington and the Giants, who's got a better running back?
You guys do.
Okay, who's got a better quarterback?
Who's
got a better quarterback?
Who's got a better quarterback?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is better than anything we got right now.
Okay, well, those are the first two. Now your wide receiver. I mean, anybody's wide receiver is better than ours. I'm not saying nothing about our wide receivers.
Everything else on the
they tight end. The Giants tight end better than yours.
Their tight ends are not better than ours. Not better.
That fourth round pick is playing better than every tight end on your roster.
Who's first? They don't have a first round pick tight end.
The fourth round pick, the tight end guy.
He's catching touchdown passes. He's playing well. He's not better talent. We're talking about talent. Okay, he's not more talented than Logan Thomas. He's not more talented than Cole Turner. Cole Turner just played in his first game the other day. He's going to be a really good player. We've already seen flashes. He's not more. Their tight end room is not more talented.
If he's only played one game, how can you say he's more talented than Daniel Bellinger has been there all year and has 3 touchdowns?
That's like saying that Patrick Mahomes.
You play one game. How can you say he's better than somebody started all year?
He's more talented. I'm telling you. You don't. We can look at that guy and he's talented or not.
Hey Lou, we might got to get it out for you, Lou. You tripping, Lou? You tripping, Lou?
I'm not tripping because again, you just told me that your coaching staff is coaching up receivers off the street.
I told you our receiving core sucks.
So our receiving core by itself trumps everything on your offense, including your running back and your quarterback.
No,
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay,
I wouldn't go that far.
All right, so Curtis Samuel, is he not the best receiver on your team?
He probably would be.
Okay, all right. Terry McLaurin, is he not the best
receiver?
Receiver
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
and then Jahan Dotson, is he not the best receiver on your team?
I mean, the guys that were trotting out there, yeah. Listen, I'm not arguing our wide receiver core is no good.
Right. So what do we
he has multiple positions on his offense that are better than yours.
Mine?
Yeah, I think so.
Our left tackle's better than yours.
You just named
our left tackle's better than yours.
You say what?
Our left tackle's better than yours.
Their offensive line is better than yours.
Your offensive line overall is not. I think both of our offensive lines stink.
Our interior offensive line is no good. Our
your left tackle is good. Your right tackle.
I'll say this: Bredesen was one of the highest rated guys this week.
He stinks.
Who?
Evan Neal.
Evan Neal, you're crazy.
Yeah.
He's young. He's young, right? He's doing the Andrew Thomas thing. Andrew Thomas stunk in his first year.
You just said talent, so you're talking about your tight end played 1 week. He's better than Daniel Bellinger, but now Evan Neal, he's no good because he's a rookie.
Evan Neal and Sam Cosmi is a wash. That's what I'm telling you.
Talent-wise, you're crazy.
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
It's a wash.
Crazy.
What I'm saying is, all of y'all on the panel, And we're arguing over third or fourth. So I'm going to stop right now because it's dumb. When I think about it, I'm arguing over something that's stupid because it's Philadelphia number 1, it's Dallas 2, it's Washington 3, it's the Giants 4. If you want to flop those, knock yourself out. Coaching staff, it's
it's the Giants, because if we have the worst talent, we're 5-1. You got.
I'm trying to think because I don't want to crown your staff yet. You're 5-1.
Crown it.
Because I did the same thing with Joe Judge and he made an ass out of me.
Yeah, he made an ass out of a lot of people.
I remember
so
that.
I don't want to go there yet. But
Joe Judge even win 5 games combined.
No, he counts. But see, this was your mistake with Joe Judge, Louis. You crowned him before he
the season started. You're absolutely right. Before the season started, he got me with the introductory speech. He won me. He got me.
He got a lot of people with that.
So if I'm able to just extrapolate 6 games over the life of the season, it's the Giants, and then it's the Eagles, and then it's the Cowboys, and then it's Washington. If right now I'm kind of in limbo, and if I'm not sure, then it's Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Washington. But I
don't think the Giants got a better coaching staff than us.
And
I think the Giants are second.
I don't love either of your coordinators. I think I'm starting to like Shane Stankin. All right, and I did call him Shane Stankin. I know his name is Steichen. He stinks in the second half. But I do not love Jonathan Gannon. I don't even know how this guy's being mentioned for a head coaching job. I feel the same way when people were mentioning my offensive coordinator, Scott Turner, for a head coaching job. How the hell is he getting mentioned for a job? He stinks. I don't know.
Just as it's difficult to, get the best out of bad players, but it's also difficult to get a bunch of good players to play within the system.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
So either way you cut it, Washington, the Giants and the Eagles 1 and 2. I'm just gonna go with the Eagles because clearly we 6-0. Mm-hmm. When I say clearly, that shit is clear. We're 6-0.
Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Bad writes, Bad Dog has been humble all day. Shout out to my guy.
Yeah, you know how we do.
That's always
the seasons are far away from being over. So
he brings a balance to the panel.
I never thought in my life out here I bring balance to anything.
You got LB.
Wait. What? Law, did you see that super chat, Law?
What are you doing?
He was over there too quiet for a minute. That's how I knew it was him.
Oh man, I can't go down that far. Oh man, that's funny. All right.
Yeah, you can go down there. You can go deep. You can go deep.
I want to see it too. I want to go down there.
You got to support the nation.
Cowboys Cowboys. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate your rights. Eagles won their Super Bowl last Sunday.
Again, I asked you, Cole. It wasn't a Super Bowl because you was there. Y'all don't go to those type of outings. It wasn't a Super Bowl. It wasn't even an NFC Championship game. You don't even get there.
Oh, they go law right there.
Yeah.
Oh, they go law right there. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna read this one. We gonna get the laws in a second. Fat American, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, "Hey Lou, we suck, but I'm happy the East is a beast. All I've ever wanted was this division to be respectable again. I wanted to be a part of the reason they were respectable, but I just hate when. First of all, I'm big on this division, so
that's why we do these roundtables. That's why when I thought about this, because when COVID hit, there wasn't a lot to do. There wasn't a lot to talk about.
Right.
And I said, I think it'd be cool to have the NFC East together because clearly it's the greatest division in the history of football. The only division that's had all of its teams win a Super Bowl. We've been to 20, I believe, between the 4 teams. We've won 13 of them. I mean, this division and the rivalries are fantastic. And that's why we're the Superfriends. We can't stand one another's team. We all come in here, we talk a little trash. At the end of the day, it's all love. This is the best division. It is the best division by far. So that's why I love doing it. And that's why whenever Louis T's like, I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
I appreciate y'all, man. All right. Victor J. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB. Or actually, this is a member of Law's channel. Excuse me. He says, well, tell the other quarterbacks to stop throwing to Slay then.
Facts. Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
facts.
Shout out my
He
guy.
got LB's hat on too.
Right. Shout out my guy Victor with the her season hat on. Listen, can we just get this out of the way? Darius Slay is the best cornerback probably in the NFL.
One
We
of.
ain't
Just
talking about
say
division.
one of. Don't say D. Don't say D now. He's one of.
He better than Diggs, right?
One of.
Yes, yes.
I mean,
He's better
he
than
got more
Diggs.
experience,
Okay.
man. Come on, man.
Okay.
He
Diggs
got
is
more
a
experience.
Diggs is a riverboat gambler, man.
But give me Diggs ceiling, man, over Slay's overall body of work. I know that he's going to be good or what have you. I've been watching Slay since he was at Hell State. Shout out to him and his process. And I love Mississippi. You know how it goes, man. Shout out to him. I see no flaws in Darius' game though. Good DB.
Definitely
Mark
working it out.
Walls, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mark writes, everyone in the division is salty because the Eagles have multiple masks. Underdog, Batman, and Bully. Tell them, LB.
You know what I'm saying? What you want me to put it on? I can put it on. Y'all thought y'all was Bane. Y'all thought y'all was Bane on Sunday, Law. Y'all thought y'all was Bane. Y'all ain't no Bane.
Hey, y'all, that's the picture right there. That's the one y'all should be putting on social media right there.
Yo.
What'd you say? Y'all thought y'all was Bane on Sunday, huh? There was a couple people in the audience with their little Bane mask on with their Cowboys gear on. Some of the brave ones that wanted to come out.
Okay.
Joe Rockhead J, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, franchise QB equals the guy you commit 5+ years to.
That's not necessarily true.
To me, it is because generally, I said this, the guy that gets the second contract is a franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be there for the first 3 or 4 years. Then you extend him. That makes him a franchise quarterback in my mind. So
yeah, that 5th year. Yeah. But then you got some of them Kirk Cousins cases where you just keep franchise tagging them along.
Right. So that's the exception to the rule. But those are
right.
rare. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Most of those guys get that contract and they keep it pushing. So that's not too far off right there. Jalen Hurts. Lord, here we go. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. This he said, it's the team around me. I'm just a bus rider. Okay. Adam Scott, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Hurts is Tim Tebow 2.0. That's disrespectful. That's very, very.
Yeah, he's better than Tebow.
Way. That's not even a conversation.
We don't even acknowledge that. Thank you for the super chat.
The real Louis T, thank you for the super chat. Writes, I hit you on first IG first and all. I feel betrayed, Lou. All right. Take command for life. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, just got off work, Lou. You know I'm turning up. I appreciate you. I need all the support I could get. I know it's a lot of these nasty-ass Eagle fans in here, so y'all hold it down. Abel Ambrosio, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, has anyone told Law he looks like Demetrius Shipp? I have no idea who that is. Do you?
Who that is? That's first one for me,
You know who that is, LB? Or Law?
No, I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
I get Denzel Washington's son and James
Lord.
Harden and what's the guy? That's another guy named Jaylen Brown every now and then,
Yeah, you do look like Jaylen Brown a little bit. If he had if his beard was that big a little bit. Duncan Wright. Me and him been going back and forth since the offseason. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, so you're saying Hurts is a great quarterback, but since he's an Eagle, you won't give him some love. No, that's not what I said. Again, clean your ears. I said it makes it hard to root for him. That's what I said. I said I would love to root for him. He's got all the intangibles. He works hard. He cares. He's trying to be the best version of himself. There's a lot to like about Jalen Hurts. I just don't like him because he's a Philadelphia Eagle, period. But understand, if he played for the Tennessee Titans, I'd be rooting like hell for Jalen Hurts. If he played for the Minnesota Vikings, goddamn, I want Jalen Hurts to succeed. But he's an Eagle, so I can't stand him. Ain't never one time you heard the word great come out of my mouth. Not once. So
I agree with you. If he played for anybody outside this division, man, I'd be rooting like hell for him. I mean, I'm a Sooner fan, so I he's a good kid, man. He fights. He's a good leader. He's got good instincts. I hate that he plays for Philadelphia. I said this a number of times this panel. All the damn seasons end up on Dallas or Philadelphia. It just pisses me off because then I can't root for him.
And then they end up being really good too.
Or if you're a guy like DeMarco Murray, you play for both of them.
Damn.
Double whammy. Yeah. Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, run heavy, LB. Y'all went run sumo. Should have lost to the COVID Commanders, if not twice, at least once. And we have won the tiebreaker for the playoffs.
You lost me at shoulda. I ain't no excuses. It was only $5. I will be making some.
I've already went down that road. I don't need to go down that road again. King Solomon, Philly 215. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, man, you delusional. The Commanders are basura. Look,
basura. Man. That's Spanish for trash.
Oh, basura. Okay, excuse me. I don't speak different languages over here, man.
Basura.
Basura. Okay.
Basura.
I like that. I might have to take that one.
Basura.
And my guy, shout out him. My guy had the Hurt season hat on too. It's my guy Silas.
Metaphor, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes? That's not wax, Lou. They got pigeon duty in their ears. That might be the case because they damn sure can't hear. That's the one thing I do know. I don't know what the hell is clogging up their hearing, but they damn sure can't hear.
It's all these damn excuses.
Maybe those shit's clogging up your ears or something. All right, but y'all definitely can't hear. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Take command for life. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, all this talking just to be first round exits. I don't know about that this year, man, to be honest with you. It could happen. Style make fights, but if the season continues the way it's going, the rest of this conference, I've already gone through it with you guys. This conference is trash.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's stopping who, but
that don't mean that these guys can get hot. You are talking about Brady. You are talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong about that either. Right. Anything. I mean, I'm not counting none of these teams out. Rodgers, Brady, even the Rams, even though they look like they're flawed, they get Van Jefferson or Odell Beckham decides to sign there or something. Who knows? They could turn it around too. Take command for life. Thank you for the super chat once again. I appreciate you guys. That last one was targeted at the Pigeon fans. Oh, we know who that was for. And you weren't wrong either. You weren't wrong. Take command for life once again. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Rights. Run up the likes. I love this panel. We should enjoy it while we got it. NFC Beast is legit right now. It is. I can say this, even though I can't stand any of your squads, I'm so proud of the fact that y'all, your teams are doing well. Like, yeah. I told y'all before the season started, and trust me, I'm not rooting for any of y'all teams on Sundays. I want y'all to lose. But at the same time, in order for this division to get back to where it was, teams in the division have to be good. You know what I'm saying? So the only one that I'm shocked about right now is the Giants. I didn't see this shit coming.
I don't think anybody saw this coming. Yeah. Not 5-1 after the first 6. I know there's Giants fans that had us winning 10 games this year, but I don't think they would have had us 5-1 because, again, this is the toughest part of our schedule outside of playing the division teams at the end of the year. But like I said, you look at our next 4 games, they're all very winnable, 1 week at a time. But, you know, I mean, the combination of Jacksonville, Detroit, Seattle, and Houston is certainly not as tough as Tennessee, Dallas, Green Bay, and Baltimore. Right. You know, so
this year you never know.
You really don't. But you look at it on paper and you're saying, you know, absolutely. This is where I thought we were going to start winning some games. I thought we were going to start off 2-4 because of those tough teams, and I thought it would take some time to get acclimated to the coaching staff. But like I said, this is happening way faster than I thought it would. So it feels damn good. I can tell you that.
Oh, I know it does, man.
Boy, Jacksonville gonna beat y'all this week.
LB just got to throw salt on it all. Hey, Jacksonville ain't beating us, man. We win that game 24-17.
Big pain.
We got to go right there again. It's going to be like 17-17, 6 minutes ago. Daniel Jones is going to do what he does, just drive us down.
Listen to Bad Dog. Daniel Jones going to do it.
Daniel Jones on the first guy. He made a believer out of me, man. He's growing on me.
Oh, man. Daniel Jones going to do what he does.
Daniel Jones has done it all year. Why not?
I love it.
I would love it. I would love Daniel Jones. Listen, there's still Giants fans that hate on Daniel Jones because they don't put up big numbers. I would love Daniel Jones to throw for 340 and 4 touchdowns, but that's not the way we're built. I would really like to have a nice game where we win by 2 touchdowns so my heart ain't in my throat at the end of the game.
Y'all ain't there yet. But yeah, y'all ain't there yet. That takes time.
It does.
Big Pain, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, LB, tell me the last time a team was undefeated in 6 weeks, but with a top 5 pick and another first rounder. We have the biggest Super Bowl window right now.
I agree. That's all the power of Howie Roseman. Everybody, was so hell bent on thinking that, that the first round pick was for a quarterback that we stashed away and didn't seem to even think about what if Jalen Hurts pans out. Now you could go get you like a stud edge rusher. You could do anything.
You could also trade that pick and get more draft capital.
Exactly. And it's a Saints pick. The Saints are sitting everybody this week.
Yeah.
They already basically admitting defeat on Thursday. That's going to be a top 10 pick for sure.
Yeah, it could easily turn into one. We'll see. That division stinks. So anything can happen. Again, it's early in the season, man. So they don't even know who they're going to play at quarterback. They talking about benching Jameis Winston for Andy Dalton. So we'll see what the hell happens with them. Jalen Hurts, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes, if the first read isn't open, I run. I'm a fraud. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Take command for life. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, if Dak is out there, the Birds lose 110%.
But what that got to do with you? You a Commanders fan, right? What happened when y'all was out there with us?
Hey, look. You told me the same thing when I told you. I said, bro, why you keep talking about us, man? Keep us out your mouth.
When was this?
Earlier in the season, when every chance you got, you was taking shots. I was like, bro, we ain't even playing y'all this week.
Oh, because I remember what you was telling me.
Yeah,
I remember what you was telling me.
I was like, bro, why you talking
I
about
remember.
us? We can talk about y'all, right? That's what you told me.
Hold on. I remember what you told me about our Thursday night game against the Texans. And then y'all went out there and looked like a sad sack of shit.
I told you I didn't want to watch us against the Bears when I talked about that. I said, I don't even want to play the Bears on Thursday night. I don't want to subject any. That's a 1:00 in obscurity on the 4th window on Fox game that nobody but Bears and Commanders fans should be subjected to. I didn't ask for that. Just like I didn't ask for Eagles and Texans. Okay? I didn't ask for Broncos and Colts. Okay,
Thursday night games have been horrible, man.
Okay?
Yeah, they have.
Don't get it twisted. It wasn't just about y'all. I was saying I don't want to watch us against the Bears. Who thought that was going to be a good game when they put it on the schedule? There's a lot of games they could have choose from to put on Thursday night for us because everybody gets a Thursday night game. That was not the one I would have done. But you know what they were thinking? Hey, we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 bad teams, get their ass out the way. We ain't got to watch neither one of them again. Touche. I ain't got no problems with it. Henny Game. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, Wrights. Washington had Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay a couple years ago. Also, Green Bay's head coach. What the F happened? It's really simple. We had Jay Gruden. First of all, the owner. I keep trying to tell y'all. Everything dysfunctional with our organization can be traced back to the owner. So they ran the Shanahans out of town because they chose Robert Griffin III over the Shanahans, which was the stupidest thing ever. And so Kyle and everybody left town, right? So that's the Kyle Shanahan piece. McVay, it was either him or Jay Gruden. And it's easy in hindsight to say, well, duh, you take Sean McVay. Jay Gruden was coming off of 2 straight. Well, he was coming off of a playoff season. And then we went 8-7-1. And so it was the first time, and we should have won. That's the year the Giants beat us in week 17, and they had nothing to play for. They had already clinched the playoff spot. And we couldn't even win a goddamn game against a team that had nothing to play for.
Could barely score in that game.
It was a joke. That was the last straw for anybody that had hope in Kirk Cousins. That was the last straw right there. But so McVay got a job while we still believed in Jay Gruden, pretty much. Even though most Washington fans were like, at the time was like, get Jay's ass out of here. I wasn't one of those fans. I didn't have revisionist history. I wanted Jay. Jay was winning football games at the time. And then Green Bay's head coach, I'm not a big Matt LaFleur guy. I mean, he's cool, but I don't love him. So it's easy to win when you got Aaron Rodgers. I'll just say that. I saw a game where he had Jordan Love. Mm-hmm. Didn't look as sharp, did he? So I don't know. We'll see. It's easy to second guess now. But like I said, everything can be traced back to the owner. Let's see. A lot of trash talking going on. I love it. Donnell Shipley, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, We haven't put together a complete game yet, man, but we still have room to grow like every other team in the NFL, right? I don't know who he's a fan of.
I'm guessing it's an
Right.
Eagle. Let's see an Eagles helmet there.
Yeah, that's the Eagles.
Okay, I can't see.
My guy Donnell Shipley. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the Eagles have played their best football either. So I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Andre Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Right. Steelers haven't won in Philly since the 50s. LOL. And that's just gonna continue. They ain't winning next Sunday either. So that's gonna continue. That was cute what they did to the Buccaneers, but that's not gonna happen to the Eagles. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, not at home. We don't play that.
Yeah, I mean, you could have went to Pittsburgh. That shit wasn't gonna happen anyway. Y'all would have found a way to win the game. It could be ugly, but you would have found a way to win. LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. 4 of the best in the game. Great show. Go Birds, man. Appreciate you, LT. Thank you.
My man LT is eating some of this too.
LT.
Yeah.
LT's eating the Knicks ice cream. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, did we beat y'all tonight or what? I hope we did. We gotta get off to a good start. I gotta check. Make sure we took care of business.
Who?
I'm a Grizzlies fan.
Oh.
Grizzly. Oh.
Yeah, whoo! In overtime. Damn, I gotta watch that. Beat you 115, 112.
I thought you were talking about the Astros. I'm gonna say, yeah, they handled the Yankees, which I figured they would.
I'm rooting for the Astros to beat you. I'm rooting.
Yeah,
for
they will. The Yankees don't have anything for that team.
I'm just rooting for Dusty.
The Yankees be lucky they win one game.
I don't know, man. I think John Morant. I think the MVP might come to him this year.
Hey, that boy is bad. If he can just stay healthy, man.
Gotta stay
we
up.
got one.
Yep.
We got one. We got
Either
one.
him or Luka.
Yeah, we got one for sure, man. We ready to make some noise in the playoffs too. We ready. Michael Jolly, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Michael writes, we have a small flaw. No halftime adjustments. I'm assuming he's an Eagles fan. We come out flat in the second half, particularly in the third quarter. I can get with that.
It's not really flat though. When you look at the numbers, we just run the ball more in the second half. We basically just trying to run the clock out because we know that other teams are forced to pass most likely because when you put up 24 points in a half, like a lot of teams not going to be able to keep up with that. We got the most points scored in the second quarter through 6 weeks in NFL history. Mm-hmm. You know, we go for our kill shot in the second quarter, but we need to go for the kill shot in the second half too.
Yeah, all I'm saying is just put teams away. Like don't
it's sustainable. Yeah,
a wise man told me don't play with your food.
No, I agree. But you gotta think about it. It ain't no Patrick Mahomes and none of them type of guys on the roster. So you'll be able to sustain with this, but you don't.
This is what I'm saying. Don't create bad habits. So when the opponents get better, you don't have that in you.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Create the habit now of putting your foot on somebody's larynx and crushing their windpipe.
I agree.
I don't see y'all doing that yet. Jay Sate Pro, I guess that is. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jay writes, is the NFC beast back?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
We just got one kitten in the basement, but everybody else is full blown beast right now. One kitten in the basement.
And normally when it's like that, my Cowboys will win it. It's how it was in the 90s. So come on. I got to go all the way back to the 90s.
I don't know yet. I'm hoping it's not a one-off. We've seen this division do this before for 1 year and then go back to being trash the next year.
I don't know. When was the last time that happened?
Well, I told you they went through the years in which.
Yeah. I missed that because I was there. I didn't see that TV.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you weren't there. So they showed it on the TV copy. I think the last time though, it's been a while though. I don't think it was anything recent where everybody was good in the division this early in the season. I think it might have been like 16 or something like that. 15 something. 2016, I think it was, where everybody in the division was good early in the season, but it doesn't sustain itself. This division staying on top. The only difference is though, I think the Eagles have staying power. Cowboys have Dak Prescott. As long as they got Dak and he's healthy with their roster and the way they continue to build it, they should be fine. And then I think the Giants coaching staff gives them a reason to be hopeful for the future as well. So maybe there is some sticking power this time around. We'll see. I just know it's back for now, and that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Joe Rockhead J, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, That's what's annoying about Cowbum fans. They're a bunch of bandwagon sheep and think everybody aspires to be sheep. I don't even know where that one came from, but that one was sharp. That one was sharp.
Yeah, it was kind of sharp, man. Okay.
Let's see. Got a lot of laughing. That means somebody said something. Skip Bayless, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, haven't been scared of Washington since Mark Brunell and Santana Moss. Is that disrespectful to say? Absolutely not disrespectful. We've had some quality teams since then. It just so happens every year that we're half decent because we've never been dominant. The rest of the division is ass usually. 2012, nobody else really was good in the division. I think because we won the division 2012. 2015, when we won the division, nobody was good again. That seems to be the only time we can win the division, which is frustrating. So you could say that, but there have been years where we've been okay. But hell, even that year with those two guys you mentioned, we weren't all that great either. It was our defense that was good that year. Phila Unite Bird Gang take flight. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, Washington won the division with 7 wins while the rest of us were in shambles. Mickey Mouse title. Again, you're not wrong. And nobody was bragging about the way we got it. We just got it. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I found it. It took me a minute. Go to 2008 NFC East standing. The Washington Commanders were 8-8.
Were we 4-1 to start that season?
Yeah, y'all finished that season 8-8.
Yeah.
Cowboys 9-7. Eagles 9-6. Giants 12-4. 2008.
That was solid. That's a solid year.
That was a competitive.
Yeah, and we were terrible. Honestly, that was the Jim Zorn year, and we started out 5-2 that year.
We should have won a damn Super Bowl that year. Freaking Plaxico Burress, never forgive his ass. We were 11-1 before that happened. That was the best Giants.
Is that when he shot himself in the foot?
Yep, that was it. We lost 3 of the last 4 games, got knocked out.
Y'all was 7-1.
Yeah, we started 11-1 that year.
Damn, that's good, man. And we didn't make the playoff when we was 9-7. Yep. That's crazy.
King Leaf, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes,
my guy Leaf, what up?
The Washington cuz a hater. He got to chill. Hurts has higher potential trajectory than Allen. Look at his IQ development. Bro just causing drama. I wanted to give your comment. I could tell that's your boy.
That's
he
my
sounds
guy.
just like you. Wow. You told me delusional.
Yeah,
this guy is delusional as hell.
Nobody can look at those 2 quarterbacks and think Jalen Hurts. He doesn't have the skill. Nobody's got the skill Josh Allen has. Nobody has that. And I'm the
He's my man talking about the IQ.
Hey,
you know what Josh Allen has?
His IQ ain't better than Josh Allen's.
I don't know about that.
Josh Allen is.
I can
don't
tell
know about that.
Y'all probably blood related. Dream Team Buddha Film Production. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes, Lou Mike lower than the rest. I try to keep my mic. I don't want to turn it up. The game gets real funky. I could bring it in closer, but I like to keep my mic out of the shot. Y'all can hear me. Hell, half the time I'm yelling anyway.
I turn perfectly fine.
If I turn this shit up, it's always somebody with they shit damn near low and deaf wanted me to turn this shit all the way up so I could have everybody else ears bleeding. I'm good, man. Appreciate you though, Dream Team. Austin C. Thank you for the super chat. If I see a comment from you, I'll read it. But thank you once again anyway. 03. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, respectfully, Giants beat teams Cowboys can't.
Yeah, but the Cowboys beat us, so it works both ways.
Yeah.
The Giants better than the Cowboys right now.
I remember. I heard you say that.
They were so mad, dog.
I'm sure they were.
Now, bad. Now, do you believe that? You believe what LB saying? Your Giants better than the Cowboys?
I'll say this. I can't wait till Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Not only is that going to be my cheat day for my diet, but
let me give
that
you
man
a
sound like he ready to eat. That man sound like he ready to eat over there.
Because Louis T, that time we played the Washington team on Thanksgiving, it was terrible. And then Louis gonna get all on the TV and everything and let me know that my Cowboys lost and you and your dad was just like me that day, man. I mean, your dad was like, damn. So you got to eat before the game, though, on Thanksgiving.
Hey, I'm glad we don't have to play. They used to put us on Thanksgiving almost every year. It felt like it's not a good feeling if you've never had that experience.
It's the first time we've played during the day. And I know we played Washington Thanksgiving night.
That was a terrible game.
Yeah.
It was
a good game for us. I think was that the game Larry Donnell had like 3. We beat you like 45-14 or something.
No. That wasn't that time.
Was that the time Larry Donnell had 3 touchdowns in the first half?
No, that wasn't that time. We beat y'all on that Thanksgiving night. It was a terrible game.
Well, I do know the last time we played and during the day was 19.
Dallas be getting spoiled, man. How they get Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve?
Because they Dallas.
They Dallas.
I don't know if that's spoiled. I got to stream those games, man. I'd rather be sitting there shoving my face full of food. I gotta cut it off early.
Yeah.
But Christmas Eve, it's early. Then I can party. Hopefully, we win those games. Make it better.
But regardless,
that's the only way it's going to be good is if you win. If you don't, it's going to ruin your Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Regardless, I just eat before.
I will have already eaten, so Thanksgiving will be okay. But anytime we lose to Dallas, it ruins everything anyway.
No, I was about to say it'll turn your stomach open.
Yeah, it'll turn my stomach for a while. It does.
I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna say this right here. Either one or two things are gonna happen, or they both gonna happen. Jacksonville gonna beat the Giants, and Dallas is gonna lose to the Lions. One of them gonna happen, or both. Louis, trust me, Louis. I know you're making that face.
Saying nothing.
Okay,
my mouth shut.
I'm telling
this season is drunk. Anything can happen.
Right, I'm telling you.
It really can.
I'm not.
And Jacksonville beating Giants, it's not even. That wouldn't be like a huge deal to me. But the Detroit Lions, I'm telling you,
it's not a huge deal to anybody. The Jags are favored in that game.
Right. The Detroit Lions gonna beat Dallas.
Hard for me.
What's the score then? What's the score?
The score? Detroit gonna put up 28, and Dak Rusty gonna come back 19. Because y'all gonna abandon the run. 28-19. Y'all gonna abandon the run. I'm telling you, y'all can't wait to get back to flashy sell ticket football. Y'all gonna start throwing the ball all over the place. Y'all used to that spin. You're used to that Cooper Rush spin on the ball. It's gonna look a little ugly in the beginning.
Okay.
And the Lions just got the brakes beat off of them.
Yeah, but they had
coming back for some redemption. Game in Dallas.
Game is in Dallas. They had a bye last week, so
they trying to cheat for y'all. It's in Dallas. That changed a little bit.
Yeah. We got 2 home games. We got the Lions, then Bears.
Yeah. Well, you
both coming to Dallas.
You guys play the entire. You play the entire NFC North next. Your entire.
Yeah. We
get them all out the way next.
We had to climb up that slide, and now it's the fun part. We going right down. Wee! It's all going to be.
I feel too. But being a Giants fan, man, I don't take anything for granted. I'm not that confident. I think we can beat these teams. I'm not that confident because there's no doubt this is the toughest part of our schedule. And when any Giants fan look, they go, okay, we got 4 winnable games here the next 4 weeks or next 4 games because there's a bye in there. But one game at a time, man. I know a lot of Giants fans are hyped up. I am too, but some Giants fans talking about 9-1. I said, let's get to 6-1. You can't get to 9-1 without being 6-1.
Absolutely.
Let's get this dub on Sunday, and then we worry about our next opponent the next Sunday.
Talking like a man who's been scarred.
There's still some
when you've been there, you're like, hey, look,
I know,
one at a time.
I know, man. I've taken those beatings, so I know they're still fresh.
Dream Team Buddha Film Production. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes, y'all boys bugging. Giants has the worst roster.
That's okay. We got the better record, so I don't really give a damn about the roster.
You have no.
You got the better what?
Record.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He talking to y'all too.
I was talking
He talking to y'all too.
I love it. The great Watumi. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for being a member of the MOBB who writes. Thanks for the chat, guys. We appreciate you for checking in on us, man, for pulling up. LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes? Louis has a 2-4 mindset, 2-4 PTSD. We've been here so many times, man. So yeah, I know what 2 and 4. I know what 1 and 5 looks like. Done it so many times, man. Know it like the back of my hand. Unfortunately,
Right there with you.
Yeah. So
this year's different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Eagles' remaining schedule. The only by Green Bay being who they are now. Damn, man, the only team that can give the Eagles fit.
It's the division.
It's the division.
It's Tennessee.
It's the division.
It's the
Okay,
division. It's
man,
the
what
division.
the hell, man?
What did I tell y'all before the season started? I said that the schedule is soft.
It was soft from the start, though.
It was soft before it started, and now it's gotten even softer because the teams we thought were good aren't good.
But we never really played none of those teams anyway that we thought were good. It's just.
I told you had the schedule like ours.
Yeah, right.
I said your schedule was the most like ours, which is why I thought we could be good. And I said if Jalen Hurts is good, y'all are gonna be good. I just was counting on Jalen Hurts not being good.
By that Minnesota game being on prime time, made it even easier for the Eagles, by the way. Because Kirk Cousins just can't play on prime, man. He just couldn't play on prime time.
We know that.
Come on now. Yeah.
You picked them to beat us, though.
I did. I thought Kirk Cousins would turn into a third cousin, but man, God dog, man. He like fourth and fifth cousin now, man. God.
I think I picked Minnesota to beat them too. That's the only game Minnesota lost.
You did. Bad dog. You picked us, bad dog.
Oh, I did pick you. Okay.
You got some breaking news, huh?
Look at this. Breaking news. Law Nation Sports with the super chat. He was over there quiet. LB caught him. He was over there quiet going to work. Law writes, Cowboys Dak Prescott has a 25-6 record against the NFC East in his career.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? That's pretty embarrassing on our behalf. That's embarrassing on our behalf.
I've already taken full credit for our role in that. The man is like 9-1 against us. So we've been terrible. I wanted him to play the first game. I want every opportunity we can get to try to beat him because I'm sick of him beating us.
And you, Eagle guy, did you wanted to see Dak?
I did. I really did. I never seen Dak in person. I wanted to see him.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact it don't matter who, Joe Montana, it don't matter who was coming out there that night, Law. Wasn't nobody coming out there with a win if it wasn't in Midnight Green. I'm telling you, that night was different.
Well, I can tell you the energy was different on television. So I can only imagine what it felt like in the stands. Jake, One Love 21. Thank you for the super chat. Is that a hurt season bucket? Is that what?
Yes, sir. Of course it is.
Oh, that's dope. Who writes Philly defense is better than Dallas's defense?
I agree with that.
I don't agree with that statement.
There we go.
I don't agree with that statement. I think I've said this already. Your secondary is better, and so there's this discussion in the NFL circles. What's better to have, a dominant pass rush or a dominant secondary? Because the prevailing thought is a dominant corner can take away a receiver, but you can neutralize a pass rusher, right?
I'll take Diggs over Bradbury. I'll take all of my safeties.
But
over
Diggs isn't your Bradbury. Diggs is your
slay.
Your slay.
Our linebacker, hold on. Our linebacking core is better than Dallas's too. In totality, TJ Edwards,
Michael Parsons.
TJ. That's one man. That's what we keep forgetting.
One guy,
that's one man that you sometimes.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Leighton Vander Esch is actually playing well.
Leighton Vander Esch ain't better than Kaiser or TJ Edwards this year.
TJ tackling his ass off.
TJ Edwards is playing his ass off, but I put Leighton Vander Esch and TJ Edwards in the same conversation. Why not?
So who's the Kaiser White then?
Michael Parsons.
Yeah. See.
How's Michael Parsons? Michael Parsons, the Kaiser White, and the
just for reference,
and the Hassan Reddick.
Just for reference,
are you using Hassan Reddick as a linebacker? Because I thought
what are you using Michael Parsons?
I see he's a linebacker. Michael Parsons is a linebacker.
Just for reference, TJ got 40 damn solo tackles. Leighton Vander Esch is considered having a good season with 24.
Exactly.
And not in the same.
So it's not the same.
Passer rating when targeted for TJ is 69. For my guy LVE is 102. Passer rating when targeted. So it's not the same. I get it.
Well.
Edwards is playing.
Edwards is playing by far better.
Let me see what
He's playing better.
White.
I didn't say he was. I didn't say. So again, I said they're in the same category.
Let me see what Kaiser doing. Okay, 28 solos.
I think if we're considering Michael Parsons as a
both guys got more tackles than LVE.
Then the Cowboys linebackers win.
But I get a nod on my front though. I take my front.
You get a nod on your front, especially because Michael Parsons does the most of his damage there. You know what I mean? I understand he's a linebacker, but let's put him where he does his damage.
Yeah, but again, it's the depth of the Cowboys' defensive line. Like
listen, I'll give them D line, but they don't have secondary or linebacker.
I won't argue with you there.
Yeah, they don't have secondary or linebacker.
This is the thing. It's not about the players. I don't love your coordinator.
Yeah,
that's keeping it a buck. I think they're better.
I don't know how. I mean, listen.
I think they're better coached than if you give Dan Quinn your talent. We're not even having this discussion.
I don't think so.
I think Jonathan Gannon is just letting these boys just go out and play because he's got talent.
Nah, you got to give him some credit, man. You got to give him some credit.
You're not doing anything exotic. You're not doing anything different. Like he's simplifying, which is cool. But I think you play against better quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. I think they'll take advantage of your defense.
My Cowboys defense is better than the Eagles defense.
No, it's not. We've played against better quarterbacks. Every quarterback that we've played against, with the exception of Dallas, before the Dallas game, was in the top half in offensive production in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys. Hold on, listen.
You played against Carson Wentz. You told me he was trash. You can't start using.
But he is trash. But you guys move the ball. He's in the top half of the production. That was the best quarterback the Dallas Cowboys has played against until they ran into Jalen Hurts was Carson Wentz in terms of production. You guys moved the ball better than the Rams. You guys moved the ball better than the Bengals.
Come on now.
It's the facts. What do you mean? It's the facts.
I understand what you're saying, but it's the Burrow and it's Stafford, man. Stop.
Joe Burrow. I'm not comparing the two. Joe Burrow and Stafford have bottom half offenses in the National Football League, 20 or lower. That's just the facts.
I don't give a shit where they're ranked. It's Joe Burrow.
Okay, so we gotta make it make sense then. No, everybody makes it hard for Joe Burrow and Stafford.
I'd much rather play against Carson Wentz. I don't give a shit where his offense is ranked.
Everybody has made it tough for Joe Burrow and Stafford. Just not the Dallas Cowboys.
What caliber of quarterback did you play on Joe Burrow's level?
What caliber of quarterback did we play? I mean, the Vikings are 5-1.
The quarterback at the level of Joe Burrow this year.
The Vikings are 4-1. The Vikings are 5-1.
Okay, so what caliber? Okay,
I'm not saying he on the same. I'm not saying he on the same level. We played better offenses than the Bengals.
Okay. At the end of the day, it's apples and oranges. Either you're going to believe Philly's defense is better, or you're going to believe. I think Dallas has better defensive line talent, and they're better coached. Okay?
Man,
and I am a defensive line guy.
I believe they may be better coached.
You can affect the quarterback. I feel like you have a better chance to win. If you're a part of the secondary mindset, then you may feel a little bit different.
These are the next three quarterbacks that the Eagles going to play. Mitch Trubisky, or it's going to be Tiny Hands Pickens. You know, we don't know who it's going to be. Davis Mills.
I thought Pickett's not playing in. He get hurt or something?
He got a concussion.
Concussion?
He'll be ready by next week.
He'll be ready because okay. All right, so
not that that's that big of a deal.
You assume you don't know how severe the concussion is.
And then you got to play.
No, I'm saying Pickett. Even if he's healthy, that's not.
And then you got to play Davis Mill, right? And then you got to play Heineke, or it's gonna be Heineke, right? Then you got to play Matt Ryan. So that's the next time you play a good quarterback, and Matt Ryan is suspect. That's not until goddamn November the 20th.
Hey, Law, we already talked about the schedule, bro. Everybody in the division is getting some of this cooking, bro. Like, you don't have to bring up all the quarterbacks.
Oh, my God.
Everybody,
I see like 4 or 5 picks.
It's only like 3 different quarterbacks. Like, you getting the Bengals is different than what everybody else is getting, right? Because everybody else is getting a different team in that division.
Yeah. Right, we got Lamar Jackson.
You got Lamar Jackson. That's not an easy straw to pull.
No.
Right? You pulled another tough straw out of that mix, okay? And they got the easy straw, but they earned the easy straw because they finished 3rd in the division last year, right? So, or was it 2nd? It was 2nd in the division, right? And the Steelers finished, I think, 2nd in their division. That's why you got the Steelers. But they're not the same team from the year before because they don't have Ben Roethlisberger anymore. So
the Bengals and the Rams are not the same teams from the year before either.
But they still have their quarterback. Is my point. That's I'm not talking about nothing else.
Yeah,
they still have their quarterback. The Steelers don't have their quarterback anymore. So it's a dead argument. They still got Joe Burrow, and the Rams still have Matthew Stafford. Now, they may not be playing like they did a year ago, but they still got – you just said – we just had this conversation. Don't count Brady out. Is Brady playing the same? Is that Buccaneers team playing? No, but you can't. I don't want to play Brady. I don't want to play Matthew Stafford. I don't want to play against Joe Burrow if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's still dangerous quarterbacks with a ton of weapons. And at any moment, you can get blazed. So, again, the schedule is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and make any excuses. I'm just looking at the talent on these teams and how they're coached. I'll take Dallas.
Technically, the next dangerous quarterback the Eagles got to play, maybe that's Green Bay if Aaron Rodgers still the same, and that's November the 27th. If not, it's not going to be into Christmas.
The real question is, do the Eagles, they got a legitimate shot. I think they're going to lose to somebody in the division. Can they go undefeated?
They might get all the way down to Christmas time.
We ain't worried about that. But I tell you what, we ain't losing to nobody in this division.
Oh, you sweeping the division?
You gonna pull out the broom?
We ain't losing nobody in this division.
You gonna pull out the broom?
The team that got the best chance is the New York Giants, because I think we match up well with them. I think they don't like us as much as we don't like them. Our rivalry is set in stone in history and time forever. Yes, they got the best chance. The Washington Commanders don't have a snowball chance in hell. Y'all don't have a chance in hell. Y'all don't have a chance in hell.
Timestamp that for me, please, gang. Out there, nobody
even got to waste their time.
The way the Giants going to beat the Eagles is not because of the quarterback. It's going to be because of the running back and sound defense and play the field. They will beat y'all if they do that.
Yeah, that's the way we want to
I can hear it. This. I'm not used to hearing Law like this. Law is still hurt from Sunday. I'm not used to this.
I will say this: Daniel Jones had some of his best games against Philadelphia.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Louis. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Louis. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. God damn it.
Oh no!
But in all honesty, though, the Cowboys got a chance because they feel some type of way. Like a revenge game is always different.
Looking for revenge.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas. So
in Dallas.
But Washington don't have a chance. A chance to rapper.
MVP Heineke, baby. Watch he come in that thing, baby.
Don't tell him nothing.
He gonna
we swept them last year without weapons.
Hey, look, man.
We swept them last year without AJ Brown.
I'm not going there with you. You know what last year was. You know what it was.
Heineke gonna go on a run.
We almost went in. We almost went into the link with what was the dude's name? We had a quarterback that night. I can't even remember his damn name. And we were up 14-0 in that game, or 10-0, I think. It should have been 14.
Yeah, I was up 10-0 and we came back.
Yeah. That was our COVID all squad, and we almost won. JP, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, name an underrated player on your team who isn't being talked about enough. For me, it's Montez Sweat in Washington.
I like Holcomb, bro. Holcomb is a dog.
Kelly.
Who's the player for you, LB?
For my Eagles or for Washington?
For the Eagles.
I feel like everybody getting a nice amount of love. Everybody different defensive player of the week type guys, but I'm going to go with.
I think you already named them, honestly.
Edwards.
Yep, that's it.
I think it's either Edwards or Epps. They both playing good.
Yeah,
Epps is playing well. Also, yep,
they both playing good. So I'm gonna definitely go with Edwards. Yeah, because Edwards. Yeah, damn, I got 50 tackles in 6 games.
Law.
Offense, Terrence Steele. Defense, Dorrance Armstrong.
Boy, Terrence Steele got a lot better, man. Damn, I remember when he first got in there.
Pancake time, baby. When he pancake Fletcher Cox, I said, yeah. Fletcher old, but man.
Hey, everybody putting syrup on that pancake these days, man. That dog don't hunt like he used to.
Yeah.
What you got for me, Bad Dog?
Offense, definitely Daniel Bellinger. I think he's been pretty awesome. Defense, man, Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson's had a great season playing like a number one corner and wing system, and everybody's talking about Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence with good reason, but I think Adoree Jackson's incredibly underrated and definitely not talked about enough for the Giants.
For us, I think it's F.A. Obata. Like, we talked about all season long was who's going to be opposite of Montez Sweat with Chase Young out. And F.A. Obata has been playing his ass off. I mean, the dudes inside are playing at a ridiculous level. Payne is chasing the bag. Like, he going to force us to make a decision because the dude is playing out of his mind right now. Jonathan Allen, I didn't know he could play any better. Like I thought he maxed out it last year. He's playing even better. And Sweat is just this is what I expected out of him. Like he's up around the top of the league in pressures. He's one of those dudes that's almost there, but just don't quite get there for whatever reason, whether he gets held and it doesn't get called. He's just there a step late.
He's your Leonard Williams.
Is that what Leonard Williams has?
Leonard Williams is a lot like this. Really close. Just never seems it. Never seems
just always a hair off, but
it's Leonard Williams for us.
One of the best run defenders, but F.A. Obata has been a pleasant surprise.
He's been good.
Surprise. He got the only sack we had of Jalen Hurts in that game against the Eagles. He's been exceptional. I've been shocked. I didn't think we would get this much production out of him in the season. So it only strengthens our defensive line when Chase comes back. The great Watubi, thank you for the super chat. Great. Now, look, fellas. It's past 11 o'clock. If you have to go, please, you have given us more than enough time. I thank you guys for coming on. If you got an exit stage left, don't hesitate. All right.
I might have to be the first one out this time. I was the last one to leave last time, but yours truly's had a long week, man.
Hey, look, at
I am beating I'm burning the wick at both ends these days.
You guys have given more than enough time. We are caught up on just about almost all of the super chats. We're at 10:28. We're not that far behind. So if you need to get out of here, please, by all means. I'm going to stick around and read all the super chats. Again, if y'all got to go, I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. So,
yes, sir.
Go ahead and leave first. I'm going to see which one y'all going to leave first now.
I'm going to leave first this time.
I
stayed at the end.
Bad Dog ain't playing with y'all ass, okay?
But I am going to answer this question.
All right. Does Bad Dog think Daniel Jones will be the quarterback in New York in 2020?
At the beginning of the year, I would have told you, hell no. But now, I do. I think he's going to be here in 2023. I don't think unless there's an epic collapse, which, listen, this is the Giants. Let's not rule anything out, okay? But no, I do. I think he'll be back here, whether they give him, like I said, that Derek Carr type of deal where it's 3 or 4 years, then get out after 1 or 2, or they tag him. I do think that he'll be here in 2023 because if the Giants are picking 17th, 18th, 19th, they're probably not going to get the quarterback they want. Don't ever force a quarterback pick. You can't just force one because you think you need one. So, again, if the Giants collapse and there's a quarterback they really like, it's very possible they take him. If they finish 10-7 and they make the playoffs and they're picking 21st, I think Jones is coming back. So I'd say it's an 80% chance. So I do. I think he'll be the quarterback in 2023. I think he's winning the coaching staff over. I think they made him earn it, and I think he's earned it so far. That's for sure.
I think with how he started the season, to your point, unless there's an epic collapse, there's no way he's not the quarterback next year. Even if they got a franchise tag him, then bring him back. There's no way he's not the quarterback next year. LT, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes? Dog LB, have your quarterbacks earned new contracts? And if so, how much would you pay for Jones and Hurts services today? Lou Law, who you pay either? Would you pay either? Essentially, they're asking. So we'll ask Bad Dog and LB that question. Have your quarterbacks earned new contracts today? Not the rest of the season.
Today, yes. Daniel Jones earned, like I said, 3 years, $45 million. 4 years, $62 million, but the ability to get after 1 or 2 years out, taking a really big cap, a dead cap hit at the end of the contract. Yeah, I think he has.
You think he would take a deal paying him 15?
Listen, man, I don't know what Daniel Jones is going to get offered by other teams. If somebody goes out there and says, Daniel Jones, we're going to give you 5 years, $170 million, then he's walking. We're not giving him that. But I don't think he's going to get that big of a.
He's not getting that kind of deal.
I don't think he's getting that kind of deal. So I think if the Giants offer him 16, 18 million a year for 3 or 4 years, I think he could definitely take that.
I'm trying to think of,
but that's what I would offer him. I mean, I'm not saying the Giants can offer him. I'm not saying he would accept it, but that's where I think his market value is for us.
Yeah, I think Hurts' market value was higher than that, though. I think
it is.
Hurts.
That I agree with.
35 million plus for Jalen Hurts. Or 30 million plus, however you want to cut it. I think he's earned it. You know what I mean? He made it to the postseason last year. Looks like he got a good chance to win in the division this year. 24 years old. I mean, you would be getting ahead of it if you paid him right now anyway. So I think he's earned it.
Would you pay any of those quarterbacks, Law?
Yeah, they should get their money, man. I don't want to get in between a player and his money. Go ahead and pay him out. I wouldn't want, at now, if you look at it, the wise move would be to what you call that tag? Was it franchise
tag?
But not the exclusive one. Maybe put a tender to see if you can get anybody to bite on that. But most of the time they don't do that. But just go ahead and pay those guys, man, for what they did for so far.
I honestly don't think we're tagging Jones because you can't move that money around. You're committed to that, so it just wouldn't make sense. Like I said, I think they're more likely to sign Jones and tag Barkley. I think that's because a running back's tag isn't near what a quarterback's tag is. Daniel Jones, the franchise tag, would be like $32 million.
Right.
Barkley would be like 12 or 13. So we'll see.
That's the thing. That's the thing is though, what if you can't, like, you want them back and let's say you go 10-7, like you mentioned, right? And you offer him $18 million a year, 4 years, $72 million. And he's like, nah, I'm good on that. The guy just took you to the playoffs. And let's say you win a playoff game. Let's say you win a wild card game and you get bounced in the divisional round. You going to let him walk?
No, I think he'd earn more. He wins a playoff game. I think he's going to earn more. But again, everything's in Daniel Jones's hands.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying is I'm posing a scenario in which he's the guy you want back, but he doesn't want the deal you're putting on the table. Are you going to let him walk, or are you going to?
Listen, they probably would. This is not their guy. This is not somebody that Shane and Dable committed to. It's pretty obvious. So, yeah, I think they would just say, okay, well, we're going to put the money in other areas, and maybe they like a quarterback like a Michael Penix out of Washington, who I think is a really good quarterback, but I don't think he's mentioned with the Will Levises and the Bryce Youngs and the C.J. Strouds. I don't think. Although I do think Penix is better than Levis. I do, but
I think the sleeper of the entire. I don't know if he's coming out. Is the Hall kid from BYU?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, I just say wait. I mean, if Daniel Jones don't want to sign back here, then we wait 2 years and we get Caleb Williams. That's my guy. It's been my guy since last year when he was I freaking love that kid. He is so damn good, man. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't think the Giants can commit that kind of money to Daniel Jones. If it was Gettleman, yeah, because he drafted him. If Shane drafted him, yeah. But the fact that they didn't, and he's asking if he's going to get $30 million a year, I don't know if the Giants will commit that to him. It'd be hard to say, nah, you just let, we were 10-7. But then again, that's what they get paid for. That's the tough decisions they have to make. And I just sit here and talk about the decisions they make, whether it be good or bad. That's just what I do.
Before you go, and this is off the grid a bit, Venables is your coach at OU?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Brent Venables?
Oh, God, yeah. They're embarrassing this year.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's because Caleb Williams went to USC. We lost all of our recruits because they all went to USC with Lincoln Riley.
Okay. I figured that's
what happened. So
the quarterback he got injured too, right?
Dylan Gabriel got injured, yeah. And he actually came back this week.
And y'all won. Y'all
beat the juggernaut. The typical Sooner game, 52-42. That's the way we play.
Right.
Losing to Texas 49-0 was pretty damn bad.
I think that was the worst beatdown in that rivalry.
It is.
Yeah.
That was awful. That was rock bottom. So. But listen, guys.
Get out of here.
I'm going to get out of here. Yours truly.
Yeah, I'm about to take it down too, man. Next time, we'll be doing this in 6 more weeks.
Yes.
6 more weeks.
I want to do this every 6 weeks so that we can break the season up into thirds. And we'll have a better feel for I think the next stream will be the one because everybody will know who they are by then.
Yeah,
right.
Guessing,
we'll be
we'll
be like 11-0. Yeah, we'll still have some stuff to talk about.
So to say, Lord,
smelling ale over there.
Next time.
Yeah.
It's gonna say 11-0 next time.
I hope we're just like 8-3. I'll take 8-3. I'm not gonna go too crazy, but if we can go 3-2, 4-2, 9-8-3, 9-3, I'm golden.
Yeah,
I'll take 10-1.
I'll be 9-1, but I'm not getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, we will only have these 2 losses. Dak is finna go attack mode, baby.
Hey, look, everybody's schedule is starting to shape up.
I
expect
we got that
wins to be had, but
part of the schedule now. We gonna be wee.
Yes, I think that too, but there is no wee.
Exactly.
Because I just don't. But somebody said in the chat, I still got PTSD from what they did to me the last 5 years. So I'm cautiously optimistic because anybody can trip us up. Any given Sunday, man.
Okay, because
There
I
are
see
no
you.
easy
I
wins.
see you. You got the.
There are no easy wins in the NFL. I think we're winning this game. Don't get me wrong.
So you got the Jags. You got the Jags, Seahawks, Houston, Detroit, Dallas, Washington, Eagles, Washington. They try to set y'all up, baby.
I know. So next time we meet, will probably right after we play Dallas.
They set y'all up in the blizzard, man. Cowboys, Washington, Eagles, Washington. Boy, for them Giants, the G, man. Y'all got to stay
I can't wait.
Stay strong, man.
I'm glad those games at the end of the year are going to mean something for us.
Why they do y'all like that, man?
All right, y'all. I'm about to.
All right, man.
All right, y'all. I'm about to go, y'all.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all all take it easy, and I hope all of y'all are doing way worse the next time I see you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Later, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Shout out to all of the supporters, man. I'm out.